Like,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?
You have a dog?
Do I have a dog?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. Nature abhors a vacuum. I think that was Newton. Nature abhors a vacuum. But so does my dog. Yeah, I have a dog. Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one is listening. Love like you've never been hurt. And fuck like a goddamn retard.
I saw the word retard.
Still booking the store.
You're booking the Comedy Store?
Yeah.
Where you can buy comedy.
It's not that kind of store.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of, I don't like to sell my comedy.
Again, it's not an actual store. That's just the name. It's just a comedy club.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and he had to cut his own cock off.
All right, a Las Vegas woman was arrested after hiding a stolen Rolex in her vagina. Well, now Bruce Jenner's just gone too far.
I don't understand that.
Michelle Obama has booked a cameo on the ABC show Nashville. With this and her appearance on iCarly, I think Michelle is ready to start appearing in films. May I suggest my favorite film series, Black Ass Fuckers? It's actually...
That's too dirty. Let's do a nice joke to clean it up.
Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff... You should let me read this ahead.
Oh, how about this? College freshman Scott Damerow, Larry, set a new world record by using his head to bust 142 eggs, and he now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of fucking retards. Organist Ray Manzarek died this week at the age of 74. The curse of the Doors.
Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now.
Because of droughts all over Europe, scientists are predicting a global shortage of olive oil. Soon the world will know how Popeye felt after the death of his wife.
Olive oil. my favorite George Miller joke. I played a great club here in the city. Catch a Rising Star. Boy, that's a good club. But across the street, they have a tough club. Have you been there? Snub a bombing has been.
Yesterday was Bring Your Daughter to Work Day, which was awkward for Adam Egget. Do you know how hard it is to fuck a whore with her kid on the edge of the bed playing Nintendo? I mean, that is a hard job.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but I invented the light bulb up my ass.
Always ahead of his time.
Oh, come on, man.
The guy who did the voice of Charlie Brown, he was arrested for stalking his girlfriend this week. He also said the next time Lucy grabs away the football, he's going to cut that bitch. Pain and Gain, the new movie directed by Michael Bay. Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit.
If tampons are called sanitary napkins, how unsanitary must regular napkins be?
Can you see like George Carlin doing that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look at this one.
Researchers in Bermuda believe they may have finally solved part of the mystery surrounding Amelia Earhart's disappearance. She was a bad pilot.
I don't know. Yeah. It's not my fault.
Bermuda. She didn't go down anywhere near Bermuda.
What do you call a gay boxer?
Huh?
What do you call a gay boxer?
Norm MacDonald.
No.
The Blue Man Group has been forced by the federal government to hire an orange man and a purple woman.
Oh my God.
I was raised in a broken home. My father was a drunk carpenter.
One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. It's very good.
That's
You
a
have?
fantastic documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Asteroid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where do you get these jokes?
Some guy. Here. This is an actual
These are
joke.
Norm jokes.
This is an actual joke.
It's kind of a weird feeling watching the Flintstones lately.
Yeah, it's weird. Watching Sprint.
Sure, yeah, now, yeah.
How so?
With their Stone Age drive-in movies and
Yeah.
their caveman bowling, it just seems so dated.
It does in a way. We were talking about
Easy as pie.
Easy as pie. You know what's not easy as pie? Baking and fucking actual pie.
Does it say actually fucking in there?
Now, do you know how to be Ed McMahon during this?
Well, you have to read.
Okay. Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
Yeah, Mount Baldy. What did Yul Brenner's wife do on their wedding night? Here's one that's good for you.
I used to think revenge was a dish best served cold, but then I realized it meant getting back at somebody.
Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well, this
Are you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it. Yes. Do you know the Harlem Shake?
Yeah, I've seen it on every single
You've
commercial.
seen it. Then you'll appreciate this joke. I remember back when the Harlem Shake was just a black fella holding me upside down off a fire escape trying to collect his money. Remember the good old days back when MILF stood for mentally ill ladies I'd like to fuck? That's right.
Do you have a writing staff?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
We have Steve O'Donnell.
Steve, these are really good.
Jenny McCarthy recently got engaged to former New Kid on the Block, Donnie Wahlberg. They plan to marry on Retard Island.
Percy is your dad?
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
I'd never heard anyone else's name Percy.
Remember when you came and visited the set of Man on the Moon?
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, I was also in the film. That's how I like to put it. I know I'm not the most attractive.
I know I'm not the most attractive man in the world.
Matter of fact,
when women look at me, I can tell they're overdressing me with their eyes.
his girlfriend, he had a, what do you call that list?
Oh, if you can a freebie or whatever.
Freebie. Yeah. So he picked Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer Aniston, his girlfriend, picked the milkman.
We still got a milkman.
I don't think there's any milkman.
Can we rip all these from
When
Steve
I
Allen's?
die, I want to be cremated, and my ashes spread eagle and fucked hard like a fucking real tramp. Wow, come on, man. Why did they make me say that?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I've noticed that Hotel Rwanda has a great score on Rotten Tomatoes, but their Yelp reviews are terrible.
Growing up, I had a dog with an eating disorder. He wouldn't eat any of my homework.
The World Cup has arrived, so if you're wondering why your local bar smells, it's because all of the dirty foreigners.
How many comedians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to do it, and the other guy to go, how long's he been up there?
A Swedish Bond girl, Britt Eklund, told Piers Morgan this week that she was seduced by Warren Beatty after the legendary Lothario took her to an X-rated movie for their first date. This is what I have to say about that. Hey, Warren, stop stealing my moves.
Mickey Mantle knew 2 things: drinking and playing drunk baseball.
You know, I know the scriptures say, judge not lest ye be judged, but you know, I'm just gonna come out and say it. This guy's a real jerk. Jerk. Real jerk. 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 This guy's a real jerk. But you know, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Say it. This guy's a real jerk. Reviewers are calling it everything from shit to fucking shit. Shit to fucking shit. He now officially holds a place. He now officially holds a place in the Guinness Book of fucking retards. Some gold-plated chains would make a nice retirement gift for a very, very good slave. Well,
Are you serious?
Well, this was written.
Are you serious?
This was written years
Did
ago.
you just write that?
I didn't write it.
Did you just say that?
No, I read it, yes.
You read that?
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
This is cool. So the news, we're going to talk about
That's
the news.
what I
So we have business news. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg is facing a $1 billion tax bill this year. Now that's
He pays $1 billion in taxes?
in tax. That's a lot of money.
Good problem to have, right,
Yeah,
Tom?
that's not bad.
God damn.
Absolutely. $1 billion.
$1 billion, that's more than my dad made in his lifetime.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This guy's carping about that. In the airport, I met Matlock.
Matlock is Andy Griffin.
Yeah, Andy, he used to call himself Andy Griffin. Now he goes by Ben Matlock.
He really calls himself Ben Matlock.
But yeah, I went into the airport and he was in there, and you know the bookstores they have in the airports?
Yeah, sure.
So he's in there, he's reading one of them big thick books, you know, smart guy, you know. So I'm standing over there, I'm leafing through a Jughead comic, I see him over there. So I think to myself, I say, hey, I'm going to sidle up beside old Ben Matlock.
Yeah.
And I'm going to grab one of them big books myself. He didn't have to know nothing.
Sure.
Pretty soon we get in a conversation. We start talking, and I find out how he ever solved that case where Claude Akins killed. You remember, anyways. Whatever. I wanted to talk to him.
Right.
So take 10 minutes. I'm talking to him. He's very friendly, very outgoing, and everything like that. And it was really nice. And all of a sudden I realized it wasn't Ben Matlock at all.
Really? It's not Andy Griffith?
Yeah, just some old man. And now, don't you think that this guy has a moral, you know, responsibility to tell people instantly that he's not Matlock?
I don't know.
Does he
That's a good question.
I don't know why people are gay. You don't know. Do you know why you're heterosexual? You don't know why.
No, I don't know. Wow.
Maybe the abnormal gene would be hetero.
That's true. Hey, maybe the normal gene would be those
Maybe
ladies
it would be normal to be gay.
that cut their cocks into vaginas.
No, if you're looking to make it in standard television, you're not going the right route.
No.
You're not going the right route here.
Once I get on Hulu.
You're not sending this tape to CBS, are you?
No, once I get on Hulu, the whole act changes. No.
Do you know that you are a cis male? Have you ever heard of that term?
A cis male?
Cis male. C-Y-S-M-A-L-E. So what it means is that you are a man. You're born a man.
Well, as far as you know.
As far as I know. And you identify yourself as a man.
Yes.
That's a cis male.
Now, I don't understand. Where does that... Is this a new phrase?
Yes, it's a way of marginalizing a normal person.
We're running out of time, but I would be remiss here if I didn't bring up something. People have been bothering me about this for months and months. People come on the show and they say, the next time you see Norm MacDonald, he's got some tremendous stories about the great Bob Uecker. Now, do you have a story you can tell us about Bob Uecker? Voice of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Well, Bob Uecker is one of my best friends. He's a great man. I know Artie told a story when he was here, and Bob was not too thrilled with that. But
it's Artie Lang you're talking
Artie
about.
Lang, yeah. But Bob is a very, very funny man, and I often go in the booth with him, you know.
Oh, sure.
So one time we were there, and John Fogerty was in the audience. You know, a fortunate son, you know. So John Fogerty was there, so Bob Uecker is a very interesting guy. He thinks of everybody as the same. He doesn't think of people as stars or anything like that. He's a very down-to-earth guy. So he was talking to me, and he says, hey, man, you know that guy? I go, yeah. He goes, that's John Fogerty, rock and roll singer. So I go, yeah, I know who it is. He goes, yeah, man. He goes, but I played in a golf tournament with him. He goes, you probably think of him as some that likes to bite the heads off of chickens, but this guy can...
That's exactly how I think of him.
This guy can get it out of the sand trap like nobody's business. So he goes, he's got a hell of a set of pipes on him. He goes, come the seventh inning stretch, I'll have him up here, he'll sing for you. So I said, no, Bob, don't do that. Like, don't have him come up and sing for me, please, you know. He goes, what's the matter, man? Don't you even know who he is? He got all mad. So I go, yes, Bob, I know who he is. He did Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, he did all that. Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus.
All joking aside, I know you love to joke, Bob Dole, you know, but that guy, he's a war hero, you know?
Yeah.
He gave his arm for his country. You know, he went through all these debilitating injuries during the war for his country. It was great. And in all fairness, though, Bill Clinton also, he had a kind of some war injuries.
Really?
You know? Yeah. When he was in England there during the Vietnam War, I heard he had a bad injury. He burned his mouth on a bong.
Really?
Of course, it was very inspiring to see President Clinton up here on crutches making a speech. I mean, I thought that was just amazing, you know.
I mean, it's been difficult for the president. You know, he can't jog now, and he needs help getting around, and he's still, occasionally suffers great pain, you know. On the upside, you got your medical marijuana, so that's, you know. You must inhale, sir. It's the only way you're going to get better. It's...
Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April.
And here I am, you know, I look out, I see President Bill Clinton, you know, I see Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, you know, media mogul Rupert Murdoch, you know, broadcast legend Larry King, you know, pornographer Larry Flint, you know, Dick Morris. The list is starting to drop off a little, folks, but still, you get the idea. It's daunting.
Show you how they go. Michigan, so you can do it to the camera or you can do it to me. It doesn't matter who you do it to. Michigan man Curtis Peterson received a 15-year prison sentence for having sex with his pet pit bull. What's that, Lassie? Woof, woof. Grandpa got stuck in a well? Woof, woof. Oh, you got raped. They say the world's a smaller place than it used to be, but I think that's an optical illusion based on me becoming a big fat guy.
It's only now, if people were to Google a picture of Savile, knowing that he was a horrible pedophile and general all-round rotten person, that you would look at it and you go, of course. I mean, now you look at it, yes, that makes perfect sense. I mean, with these like weird, he would wear like weird,
about the pedophile.
You would think he'd wear things a bit like this.
I knew the bit about the pedophile, but I didn't know about the all-around bad person part.
Yes, well, I suddenly realized that I couldn't remember all of his crimes.
There's Charles Woodson. How about that? And what a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice.
Have you ever done anything in your long and storied career that you consider specifically to be in bad taste as you look back on it? Maybe at the time you thought it was a good play, but you look back on it and you think that was in bad taste.
Well, sometimes, like in stand-up, I'll do jokes that are like one time I was doing this thing in San Francisco, and they were all gay people in the audience. They told me, so I figured I'll do.
In San Francisco?
Yeah.
No.
So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son," you know? And so I was saying, that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know? It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, "Hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know, first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and, oh yeah, he loves cock." You know? This kid. He can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass, this kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to you.
NORM MACDONALD.
NORM MACDONALD. We seem like we do a lot of McDonald's on this channel.
We do a lot of McDonald's.
Ronald?
That's Tom McDonald cousin. It is, man.
All righty. Have we did NORM MACDONALD before?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
He's had he's been on Family Guy. His voice. What character was he though?
I don't know.
State symbolized move, slave abolishment. Happy Black History Month, fellas. Yeah.
Wow, what a time to do this.
Why nobody got on their dashiki?
What a time to do
Come on,
this.
nigga.
You know what? You know what's
Come on,
funny?
Kira, you
Come
know
here,
you on
Russ.
dashiki.
Hey, get
I
that
don't
right
know what
there,
a
right
dashiki
behind you.
is.
It's right
You the African one.
in there.
I had 2 dashikis when they was
Right behind that white hat. Right
Fake
behind that white hat.
What is a dashiki?
Oh, there
you go, my brother.
The Black Pride,
I'll put
man.
that bit on.
Well, that's the Jamaicans wear that.
Nigga, this is Black Pride colors.
Yeah.
It's noggin.
Yeah, B. Yeah. He's sporting that mug.
This the thumbnail right
You hear
here.
what Brock said? The Pooh Shiesty off of Black History Month.
Put the Pooh Shiesty
Put the
on.
Pooh Shiesty on. Where's that, bro?
I don't even
Put the
know.
Pooh Shiesty on and put this on.
Pass me
That
the
is
Glock.
terrible, bro.
Yeah,
Chill.
He didn't say pass him the Glock.
Oh, let's get to
That's
this
mine.
one. No, relax, buddy. All right. We have did Norm before, but I'm gonna be quite honest here, guys. We didn't post it Norm.
Oh, we didn't?
Because we was in there straight face because we didn't. I guess he was roasting people.
I didn't think he
We
was
didn't-
funny.
Yeah, we didn't like
shit
that
sucked.
shit. We
But,
did not like that shit, guys.
He's one of the characters in Family Guy. Before he died.
Oh
away?
yeah, he did pass away.
Dead.
When did he pass away?
Oh,
he
yeah.
had cancer actually.
Oh, did he?
For like 9 years.
Damn.
I think it was leukemia or something like that.
Damn, that's pretty aggressive.
Let me see when he. Yeah, 9 years is impressive. Lived a pretty long life.
Y'all want to realize somebody always died
In 2021, damn.
Dang.
We lost a ton of people in 2020.
Yeah, duh.
No, it was
that
Chadwick, COVID.
Oh my gosh.
Who else went out in 2020?
2020, Kobe.
Kobe.
2020 might be one of the worst years in human history.
Yeah.
Up there with the bubonic plague.
Well, we can't say that. Y'all forgot about the yellow fever and they had polio. Niggas was fucked up. They couldn't walk back in the cab.
That's just because they had no technology.
Flu. Yeah, niggas died from
that's
flu.
pretty bad. Alrighty, man. Let's
And
see
it was
what you
war.
got, Norm.
I just
During
knew
the war
Kobe
day.
died.
You're right. Boy, if I go through a whole time of life and never been to war and never have to see a war or my country in war, that's great.
Well, we've been in war for a good minute.
Oh yeah, we have.
But not a war that we got drafted like where everybody got to go.
Oh boy, they gonna be in jail for dodging it.
I ain't gonna lie, a world war, that would be pretty bad.
Bro, you hear some shit
I'll go out
I
there
said?
if they train me to drop bombs from the plane.
Let me be at the base.
I want to.
Well, I think because everybody got a
You want to
degree
be a
of
nigga
straight.
flight? What's them boys call them? Red? What them boys call
Good
them?
old
Red
boys.
tails.
The red.
Red. You want to be a red tail?
Damn right, I want to be.
Hey, I don't want to die.
I gotta get my shit up before I fall out.
You might see some shit coming at this bitch, boy.
See, but my shit gonna beep 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 on my ejecto cito, cuz.
Shoot your ass off the air.
All right, let's go ahead and see what my guy Norm has. Let's go ahead and get it.
Looks like a normal guy.
Probably have
He
World
does
War
look like
III
a
out of
normal
nowhere.
130 years after the Civil War, the state of Mississippi has finally voted to abolish slavery. Representatives say they would have liked to have done it sooner, but they were delayed due to some awfully big cotton crops. They had to have a big cotton thing. All right. In Colorado this week, Bob Dole warned that if Pat Buchanan is the Republican nominee, the party might lose both the presidency and control of Congress. In response, Buchanan warned that if anyone other than himself becomes president, blacks will retain the right to vote. Last night, the epic disaster film Twister opened to big box office and some controversy. The Reverend Jesse Jackson has called for a boycott of the movie, claiming that not enough black people in the film are killed by tornadoes. Meanwhile, Furman, who was expected to face disciplinary action.
Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Is he related to Michael?
No, he is not.
Bro, look it up, bro.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, look it up.
Is not related to Michael Jackson.
I don't even know Jesse Jackson.
Look it up. Jesse Jackson is not related to Michael.
Black political activist type guy.
Yes, they are not related.
Yeah, they just got Jackson name. That's a typical black people name.
Yeah, they're not. No, but nowhere. They have a photo together, but no, they're not.
They're not related.
No, they're not related.
Probably tweaking in.
All right, let's get back to it, Norm.
By the LAPD may get up. Meanwhile, Furman, who was expected to face disciplinary action by the LAPD, may get off lightly. Under the terms of a controversial plea bargain, the charges against him have been reduced to, quote, one count of using the word darky. In the wake of the verdict, angry Menendez defense attorney Leslie Abramson said the jury simply chose not to believe the brothers' excuse that they had been sexually abused by their father. and says she knows why. Quote, "It's because my clients are black."
He's just going crazy.
Yeah, he just don't care.
President Clinton was in Austin, Texas last Monday, the day of the Million Man March. The president said in a speech, "I'm here to speak to you today because right now in Washington, D.C., there's like 1 million black guys."
Yeah, he's wild, dude.
In Nashua, New Hampshire this week, a high school student, Chris Conley, while attempting to dunk a basketball, lost his balance, crashed down on the rim, and shattered 2 front teeth. Gee, I wonder if by some crazy chance Chris is white.
Landing right. All right, that was good. That was good.
This week, as America marked the 50th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's entry into Major League Baseball, there was a sobering reminder that racial prejudice in sports is not yet a thing of the past. In a shocking move, today, all but one of the 125 playing members of the Professional Golf Association has signed a petition to ban African American golfers from the tour.
He said all but one.
And now a correction to a story we ran last week. Prince Charles is actually the one in the middle. We apologize for that.
I don't know why black was black as that.
Black is great.
Black is great.
Black is fantastic. Right? Yeah, I mean,
black is fantastic.
Even though, they're not black anymore. But then again, we're not white. Right?
Right.
We're pink like his fucking asshole. Bro,
Seen it.
All the color of Bobby's asshole deep down. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Roseanne hired me as a stand. I was doing stand-up, and Roseanne said, "Would you like to be on the show and act? You can be Lori's boyfriend." I said, "I can't act." I should have said I could act. Yeah. So anyway, she said, "Well, why don't you be a writer?" But one time in the writing room, she would give jobs to crazy guys sometimes, and she gave a job to African American. I don't know what you call them. I call them African American.
That's those 2 words that I've never heard in the state of Texas.
Crazy guy.
That's a joke, son.
We're saying African American, and when you say that, it feels uncomfortable, right?
Cholesterol.
To your tongue.
What are you supposed to say?
Well,
just tell me what you're supposed to say.
Right in the house.
Well, I definitely would not say the A word.
Right.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
The A-A word.
Yeah.
African American. Can you do an African American accent?
Try, yeah.
Okay. We'll give you an African American.
Your mom is so fat she developed type 2 diabetes and
Hey, Dave Chappelle should have never started it, bro. When black men finally started making fun of white men, they got the green light. And they just went crazy.
So y'all want to play, huh?
Hey, bro.
Well, I've been thinking this one for years. Green light.
Is it bad I'd rather hear black than African American? African American just sounds more like
I don't give a damn.
It feels more icky when I hear it.
I don't know nobody in Africa.
Yeah, black people, it is better. It is better.
Like
African American.
It just feels.
Oh my god, that shit's
He's
so
a black
funny.
guy.
Hold on, bro. Let me hear this guy.
try, yeah.
Okay. We'll give you an African American.
Your mom is so fat she developed type 2 diabetes and congestive heart failure. Snap! Hey, George, my mother is so fat when she came to Vegas they had to build another hotel.
Okay, you got the do-rag. I'm fucking around a woman, and I don't want to answer the phone. Oh shit! It could be a job, and then after you take the do rag, you wipe off your dick with the do rag. I'm like, no, I don't do that. But everyone else is like, yeah, we all do that. You know the Harlem Shake?
I've seen it on every single commercial.
You've seen it. Then you'll appreciate this joke. I remember back when the Harlem Shake was just a black fella holding me upside down off a fire escape trying to collect his money. Orange is the new black. Not in my apartment building. Kevin is the new black.
Wait.
I'm just not hearing this.
But not in my apartment building. Kevin is the new black. But
presidential fact. Barack Obama is
Somebody at the door?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Norm. All right, Norm.
Is that a little change?
I mean, look, man.
Roseanne.
We can't be. I mean, you know, he's definitely. We don't know if he's racist or not, but definitely, it is comical though.
Yeah, he is.
It is definitely comical.
It's crazy.
Because I mean, if Cameron, it's just like Family Guy making the same jokes. He just making, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just doing it in person.
Yeah. I
So,
don't
I mean,
know.
this
Maybe one or two he might have crossed the line. Maybe like one or two. He pushed it.
Which one would you say?
The do-rag one was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
You take your wash your dick off with the do-rag. Like, what? What the hell?
Nigga in there whacking that shit. He mean a nigga whacking that shit with the do-rag. And
he crossed
oh, that's the DoorDash?
Yeah. You DoorDash?
Fat ass here,
That's
man.
crazy. Sorry, guys. You are a beast.
All right, man. Do you feel like he's taking it too far, bro? You feel like he's taking it too far? Are we gonna be black flakes here?
No.
Are we black flakes?
No.
I'm tough. I can hear the racist jokes.
Hey, the do-rag one was funny, though. I ain't gonna lie to me.
Presidential fact. Barack Obama is the first president to ever say the N-word as a term of endearment.
It's a term of endearment. That's funny. He said he Barack the first president to use the N-word as a term of endearment in a friendly way, saying all the other presidents didn't use the N-word in a friendly way.
That's not how George Washington used it. That's not how George Washington used it.
She fake laughing.
Today is the 11th birthday of President Obama's youngest daughter, Sasha, or as I like to call her, the uppity one.
Jesus.
Regular mortal.
Michelle Obama has booked a cameo on the ABC show Nashville. Start again. All right.
Kids today, I mean,
You can't spell ABC. Wow.
Did you say BBC?
Michelle Obama has booked a cameo on the ABC show Nashville. With this and her appearance on iCarly, I think Michelle's ready to start appearing in films. May I suggest my favorite film series, Black Ass Fuckers?
Wow.
I found the secret to life is there is no problem that a huge... No, I found the secret to life, Bob, and this is it. There is no problem big enough that a huge... that a huge what? Now, I found out the secret to life.
yes, oh great one.
Yes, and it is this. There is no problem big enough that a huge black cock cannot fix.
Yo!
He's the first
Huge
black cock cannot fix.
Take him a second to
Dr.
get that
Dre
down.
announced that he's the first hip-hop billionaire. Regular J. Paul Ghetto.
Wow.
Two businessmen bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million. They are very excited with their purchase, as this is the only legal way to own black people. Now that is here, and I read that.
Well, you're not there. You know how businessmen are racist?
They are.
Yes, it's them being racist.
They
not
are.
you.
The two businessmen that bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million are racist,
Oh,
according
no, they're to this. fine, man. Well, here's actually a joke about Donald Sterling. Okay.
All the charities that Donald Sterling donated millions of dollars to are giving the money back to him. Well, that'll show him.
Hey,
All the charities that Donald Sterling donated millions of dollars to are giving the money back to him. Well, that'll show him.
Never trust a black guy wearing a Dirk Nowitzki jersey. In Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Mavericks and the Thunder, Magic Johnson said that Dirk Nowitzki is playing like he has 3 legs, which is a nice way of saying he's playing like a black guy.
Yo!
That's crazy.
Show Oklahoma City second round NBA playoffs. Great dunk from Westbrook. Though I'd be more impressed if he weren't young and black. Moscow Roy Jones Jr. is down. Boring. If I wanted to see an old black guy get punched in the face, I'd look out my window.
Oh, wow.
Eastern Conference Final in Miami, and LeBron crushes Kyle Korver in transition. Always shocking when a black guy running forward is faster than a white guy running back. Usually I think the bigger, blacker guy. President Obama is a phenomenal player at basketball for a president of the United States. But I think he's just mediocre for a black guy. Hey, what about bringing in Jackie Robinson? Only team with a black guy on it. That's not cheating?
No way. No way.
Where I grew up, that's cheating. Last week, Indiana Pacer Danny Granger called Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls a coward. Now, where I come from, those are fighting words. But I have no idea how the black community views them. Middleweight boxer Bernard Hopkins has caused a stir by implying that Donovan McNabb is not black enough. The two men have decided to settle their differences with an old-fashioned game of who cannot catch a cab.
Hey, yo! Norman, why?
Everybody's bringing up these licenses for illegals and that they need to have them. And my question is, where are they getting the license plates? Obviously, we're letting them register vehicles without licenses. And in this day of car bombs and stuff, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Thank you, Dan from Boise. Norm, what's your feeling?
Well, I know that the New York Governor Spitzer, I'm trying to get to learn things, but he doesn't want to issue licenses to illegal immigrants, you know, and I don't know how the hell you're going to get a cab in New York City anymore. It's hard enough, you know, for me especially as a black man.
Yeah.
Is it that hard to get a cab?
Yeah, they don't get a black person out there.
Dang. I hate to say it.
Huckleberry.
Makes logical sense to me. I hate to be the one to say it.
Hold on.
I heard something about they wanted to take the N-word out, right?
Yeah, anyways, I wanted to bring it up before I forgot, and then we'll get on to my my project.
All right, do you have any observation on it, any tweak on it, or just the cognizance of the fact that they want to...
No, I feel it's a thorny issue.
Mm-hmm.
No, that wasn't the whole thing. No. I thought you were going to go like, well, how so, or something.
Tell us more, Norm.
I feel it's a thorny issue.
Yeah, me
why.
too. Why, Norm?
Well, you got Mark Twain, you know, and you're talking about, I mean, for those of you who don't know, you know, what I'm talking about, they've taken out the N-word, you know, out of many of the books of Huckleberry Finn.
Norm, they've taken out.
And so you got a thorny issue that I think I have a solution to. You want to hear it?
Oh, man. Never anything more.
Well, the thorny issue is this.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to take, you know, Mark Twain, you know, one of the greatest writer ever to brush paper with ink, you know, and change his words, for God's sake. On the other side of the coin, you don't want to have a young African American boy in school, you know, hearing that word out loud and causing him pain. So it's a thorny issue. But I figure it this way. You've read Huckleberry Finn.
They think that shit's so funny.
So splendidly demented. Yeah, I've read it.
You know it's written in the first person by Huckleberry.
Yes, I do.
Watch Huckleberry Finn.
And you know it includes the N-word.
I ain't lived here for 100 years, Chad.
Therefore, you just change Huckleberry Finn to a black kid.
And everything's... It's like a rap song at that point.
Huckleberry Finn to a black kid.
And everything's... It's like a rap song at that point, right?
Exactly. Everything's cool.
Everything's cool.
That's crazy. That's foul. Now, what were you saying, Ross?
What's it with what?
You hate to say it, but what?
Oh, about the tip with the taxi? What you call it?
Oh, you said no. I don't know what you were talking about. You said I hate to say it, but
I was just saying, if I'm a taxi cab driver, white guy, rich white guy over here, ordinary black guy over here, I'm on over, mud. If I had to make my money on tip, I know I hate to be the one to say it. I know you guys think the same thing.
Oh my gosh, bro. At first he started off shaking. He might have had 2 jokes that was all like, whoa. I mean, hey, we've seen Dave Chappelle.
A couple, I was like, all right.
But Dave Chappelle kept it on a, I don't know. Cause he's a comedian. I mean, I guess when you're a comedian, you know what I'm saying? Patrice was talking about raping women, so you know, that's way farther line.
That was, I think Patrice had the wild. No, who had the wildest joke?
No, Patrice was out of line for that. Talking about raping a woman.
Yeah, Patrice.
Beat on that stop. What he said? Hit on the head or something. I said, okay, Patrice, you tweaking. Oh my gosh. All right,
Norm was ready for them black jokes.
Hey, you know.
Yeah,
he was laughing while he was reading. That shit was pretty funny. I mean, I did at first. I was like, okay, I came in here with a little tension with my black ass, you know. Final thoughts about Norm. R.I.P. Norm, man. You know, I don't have any hard feelings. Some people might have some black flake activity out there, but I don't, you know.
I'm still surprised you never read Huckleberry Finn.
But boy, a couple years ago, boy, if I would have heard this, I would have said he's a for sure racist. If I came on
I don't know, he borderline to me.
I don't want to give him a racist thing. He's not racist. No, he's not racist.
I know. Some people said once. I mean,
he's not racist. He was just real edgy with the jokes. But that's comedy though.
That is comedy.
Turning.
See what I'm saying? It's about us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know, but when some people take it that, you know, like maybe like.
But he was a funny guy.
He would have just said like something like black people are gang members. That would have been racist. Yeah. But he didn't say anything like that. Yeah, it was just jokes.
That's what made it comedy. But he did a good job.
Yeah,
like this a line, he just came across to it.
Yeah, he was definitely teetering that line.
Oh, he was touching that.
Alright guys, if y'all want some more Norm, let us know, man. If anybody else has black risky jokes, we will definitely want to check it out. That's just
they're actually hilarious.
We're out of here. We appreciate his honest girl.
Sarcastic, controversial, hilarious.
There are those who think Norm MacDonald isn't funny.
Let's just go on to the next question. And you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up! Shut up! Norm!
What?
Okay, listen, Norm, listen. Not only have you annoyed us.
When I was younger, I never really understood the appeal. I used to wonder, how was he showered with such unanimous praise?
That happens wherever you go, right?
Yeah, everybody yells.
Like, that guy clearly, in the best way, didn't give a f***. He really cared about people and stuff, but, like, he did what he wanted to do.
It feels like you're losing a book that nobody has copies of.
I mean, everyone from comedians to the vast majority of stand-up fans all absolutely adored the guy. But what exactly made him so unanimously loved?
Norm MacDonald, everybody!
And my God, he's certainly prolific.
I've known people for years and years that didn't make me laugh as much as he did, so he's like a real special person.
I thought about the comedy scene as it stands today. There are those who parade themselves as the leaders, those pioneering a new generation of comics, the ones fighting back against the boogeyman of cancel culture, bravely pushing truth over censorship. Yet there are times when this narrative can seem entirely self-righteous.
And it's also small, because there's so few of us. And worldwide, there's maybe 500 of us on the planet. You know, you got to be real generous and say 500 because it's really probably about 250. Right. But legit comics, guys you want to hang out with, guys who are fun.
Take this tweet by Whitney Cummings, which reads, "It's our job to be irreverent and dangerous, to question authority and take you through a spooky mental haunted house so you can arrive at your own conclusions." Mark Maron's response perfectly sums up what I believe the comedian's only job really is, to be funny. But who are we, right? We're the fans, we're the haters, the critics who don't understand real comedy. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe fame and wealth shines a light on who people really are.
Every time we talk about like a watch or a car, I'll get a bunch of messages from losers. You're being bitter, you're being petty, you're insecure. You only have what you have because of fans, so don't talk about us like that. Yeah, but you're still a loser. Just know that it's your mindset and you're thinking like a fucking loser.
Individuals who use cancel culture to deflect from poor moral judgment or character. When you believe yourself to be in a position of comedic or moral authority, self-awareness is often scarce.
Schultz epiphanies are my favorite.
Yo.
He repeats a statement, he's like,
That's crazy though.
Is it safe to say that you haven't made it until you've got like highly produced like YouTube hit piece videos made about you?
yeah, that's the move, man. It sucks. It sucks. Those videos suck.
You're convinced that the majority of criticism is cloaked in pent-up jealousy. Surely it's not my material that isn't funny, everyone else just doesn't understand the bit.
And he goes, well, wouldn't bother you if it wasn't true. He's like, people call you a hack. Does that bother you? I go, oh, no, absolutely not. I'm not a hack. I'm a really talented comic.
A lot of the comedians are missing the one major key that allows them to resonate with the average person, and that is humility.
I feel some comedians, their goal is to be smart. And the funny is like a collateral thing. Play the dumb guy, play the everyman. Nobody likes a guy smarter than them. But I only want to do stand-up in clubs. I do not like theaters. To me, it's a small man on a big stage, and I can't fill that space. I'm not Robin Williams, I'm not Gallagher, you know? The most important thing in live performance is interacting with the audience. I always talk to the audience now because, you know, they can see my specials, but if they see live, they want interaction.
Now, it's not all comics who develop crazy egos and begin to lecture you like they're the protagonist of stand-up.
And there's a very specific mindset that takes place. When I'm in front of the keyboard, I can just zone in on the page and I'm thinking about every word. As you're writing each individual word, you're pausing in time.
Yeah. There are those who just want to laugh and tell jokes, which at its core is the whole point. Some of the best jokes are the most relatable, but as some comedians get bigger, they forget how to connect with people whose yearly income isn't in the 7 figures.
It's to make it somebody else's responsibility. I don't know, just telling somebody to do something feels so uncomfortable. What? Yeah, I know. You guys don't have to laugh. Do you pay them to?
Well, they laugh when they want.
What's so funny?
You like telling people what to do.
Okay, there you go.
Often changing over years to become either resentful to the craft or bitter towards the public. Then there are those who don't. Those who have maintained an honest approach to both themselves and their fans.
It's weird for me to rail against cancel culture. And I don't want to be on the other side of it where it's like, I'm a free speech guy, I'm a f***ing this. It's like, dude, I don't want to be involved in any of this. I just want to do comedy.
Those who have spent decades in the limelight and remained humble. Norm MacDonald is one of the best examples of this. He's always been painfully himself.
And then I got a little teary. I choked up with, I didn't realize I was gonna choke up. And then I certainly didn't realize I was gonna tell him I love him. I said, I love you. I say in church, I love you.
There are those who say things to push back against censorship, whose speech and persona is curated to show that they're both edgy and advocates of free speech.
If I have offended anyone, and I'm sure I have, then I don't apologise for it.
Can I end my career in 8 words? What do you think? This next joke might get me cancelled.
Norm is different. He tends to say whatever's on his mind.
Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter. Please don't make me laugh at this. He was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
He's not attempting to portray an edgy vibe, he's just being Norm. Comedy at the end of the day is subjective. You should be able to say whatever you want, you just have to make it funny. And in true Norm fashion, he'd often do exactly that.
Oh, don't laugh at 9/11 again. I tried to tell him not to laugh. Adam. I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
Now, Norm is not exempt from using shock value to get a reaction from his audience. His podcast was scattered with moments where the guest would become visibly uncomfortable.
You're doing this. This is your life. and don't call me again. I don't care about anything. You don't call me again. There's no last minute fill-in. There's nothing. Thank God we're only reaching 50 people.
Super Dave, I just wanted to tell you, Alfred the Great may well be the greatest monarch in the history of England. The worst? Richard the Goat.
Here's the thing though, the guests often don't expect it. When Norm is presented with an opportunity to deviate from an expectation, he takes it.
I feel comedy is surprise, right? Of course. That's the funniest thing, something they don't expect. If all these people came to see me to laugh and then they don't, that's a big surprise.
Take the roast of Bob Saget. Everyone who came up to roast was savage and vulgar in their delivery.
Jeff Garlin is a very fat. Jeff's so fat, his last comedy special was shot in IMAX.
He has 2 daughters in college and 3 girlfriends in high school.
These were personal and brutal takedowns that aimed at upsetting the targets. Norm's delivery, however, was a bit different.
She may be a vegetarian, but she's still full of baloney in my book. No, but Bob has a beautiful face, like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower.
Even when prompted by Bob Saget to do the show, it didn't feel right insulting a friend.
Because it was a roast for Bob Saget,
right?
Who's a friend of mine.
Yeah,
I guess I don't like roasts.
And although the crowd wasn't entirely on board, other comics certainly were.
I mean, what were you thinking? Because it got very popular, and everyone thought it was so fucking, it was like it was like genius.
But Norm rarely pulls punches when he feels like it's deserved. He spent 5 seasons on SNL and was the host of the famed segment The Weekend Update. His favorite topic seemed to be that of the controversial O.J. Simpson.
Police have released this sketch and would like to hear from anyone who has seen it. This week at the O.J. Simpson trial, the infamous bloody glove was finally introduced into evidence, and O.J. didn't help his case any by blurting out, "There it is, I've been looking all over for that thing."
Now, while the audience loved it, the executives at NBC did not. So in '97 and halfway through the season, he was fired from the show. Even when discussing it on Letterman, he still made light of the whole situation.
I'm firing you there from the show, and then I said, "Oh, that's not good." And then I said, "Why is that now?" And he goes, "Oh, you're not funny." I said, "Oh, Lord, that's even worse news,
Instead of ranting like what was expected, he stuck to subverting the audience's expectations.
I started to think about it, and plus I drank a lot of whiskey. But then the next day I sobered up and I remembered, that I still had some whiskey left.
He rarely spoke ill of the company and the unfortunate way he was fired. And so, just 1.5 years later, they'd let him back on, but this time as the host.
How did I go in 1.5 years from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show?
Unknown to NBC at the time, Norm would use this opportunity to take every bit of frustration he had and channel it within one of the most infamous monologues in the show's history.
Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad.
Now, not every Norm joke or delivery is as controversial as the last. Be it dirty or clean, he tends to gravitate towards what makes him laugh, trusting his own judgment without needing to pander to a narrative or expectation. One of his most famous bits was the moth joke he told on Conan.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, right?
You are correct.
Now, Norm is a bit of a trickster. He seems to nonsensically ramble on and on about the life of this moth.
And the moth says, "What's the problem? Where do I begin, man?"
His struggles and personal problems, and how its life is essentially ruined.
But I don't know. I wake up in a malaise and I walk here and there.
To the point where the crowd and even Conan is growing restless.
He says, "Doc."
Then, after a full minute of rambling, comes the punchline.
"You should be seeing a psychiatrist. Why on earth did you come here?" And then the moth said, "Because the light was on."
It has absolutely nothing to do with most of the joke. Norm just thought it would be funny to bait everyone into this intense anticipation and deliver a punchline irrelevant to the entire last minute. He's a master at subverting your expectations, even to a point where, to some people, it's hard to tell when he's being serious and when he's doing a bit.
You never knew he was setting something up or not. We were just hanging out, and all of a sudden it'd be like this punchline out of nowhere.
But Norm isn't just known for his comedy. He's also also a deeply empathetic individual. A lot of comedians were often the class clown and used comedy to cope with the traumas of their life experience. Norm was well adept at coping with existential dread.
I've seen more sunsets than I'm going to see. Let's be honest.
Are you having a crisis about mortality and stuff?
Well,
because I've heard that you've been comfort eating. That's not good.
I have had for a while. I've worried about, yes, mortality. But who hasn't, right?
This emotional turmoil, paired with decades of introspection, has given him a near unparalleled amount of wisdom.
Like my worst moments in life is when I get up late at night and go in the bathroom and turn the light on and look into my own eyes. You know, you try to keep it at bay. You try to keep all those thoughts at bay. You know, you don't want to get to the point where something happens and you're like, why did I spend all that time thinking about death when I had life?
Yet, it never feels like you're being lectured. He always does his best to level with you. There's examples of this wisdom scattered everywhere. Take this Twitter exchange with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil is known for being annoying and at times off-putting about his scientific knowledge, tweeting, "The universe is blind to our sorrows and indifferent to our pains," then follows it up with a snarky, "Have a nice day." And true to his nature, Norm would respond, "Neil, there is a logic flaw in your little aphorism that seems quite telling. Since you and I are part of the universe, then we would also be indifferent and uncaring. Perhaps you forgot, Neil, that we are not superior to the universe, but merely a fraction of it. Nice day, indeed. But don't take my word for it, just ask the greats."
I've looked at the tape, I'm just laughing, he hasn't done anything yet. And then Norm, how are you? And he's like, bought a farm.
Yeah.
And I know immediately this is complete bullshit. And I'd say, well,
But he's got a boyish charm when he laughs at his own jokes.
Him laughing is amazing.
There's something just joyful about watching it.
Norm was not a perfect person, and he's been open about that time and time again.
Like one time I went to a psychiatrist because I was gambling too much, and he told me, you do that to avoid life. And then that was my argument, was like, you live life to avoid life.
However, he never frames his habits as beneficial, but rather a cautionary tale. He knows that he's human at the end of the day, and operated with reason and an incredibly intense love. So much so that when he was dying of cancer, he kept it all a secret.
I got slightly angry because during the thing, he would set up dinners with me and he would keep canceling.
He didn't want people to know, to be pained by constant worry for his well-being.
See, in the old days, a man could just get sick and die, Now, they have to wage a battle.
He opted to preserve the peace of mind for those he loved and dealt with it in silence.
He lost his battle. What a loser that guy was. Last thing he did was lose.
So when I first came across Norm MacDonald, I didn't get it. I didn't understand why so many comedians would sing his praises, why so many stand-up fans would have jumped at the chance to meet him, why a man who never hit the same mainstream success as a Dave Chappelle or Bill Burr could be so widely effective.
When my dad died, I had to do a movie with Norm, and I tried everything to get out of that movie because I was inconsolable. And I couldn't get out of it. And working with him was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was like he was the right guy at the right time.
Did he talk to you about your dad a lot? Or what did he do?
Never came up. He just made me laugh.
Then you watch, and you listen, and you realize that Norm lived a life entirely in service of his craft and those he loved. A guy who didn't really care whether or not people liked him.
He just didn't care if he was bombing. If he thought the jokes were good, he had exactly as much fun telling them to a dead audience than to one who appreciated them. When you were watching him tell these jokes that you thought were great and no one in the room thought was good, you were on the inside with him.
Whether or not the world was really indifferent to his sorrows, whether people approved of his opinions or his lifestyle, Norm just wanted to do comedy. And if you ask those he loves and who loved him, they'll tell you he was one of the best there ever was.
Welcome back for another reaction video, guys. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. And all my subscribers, welcome back. Alright, so I'm going to be checking out another NORM MACDONALD. Alright, and this one is Dirty Johnny joke. Alright, can't wait to check this one out. So let's jump in the video.
Well, I can tell a joke.
Go for it.
Yeah,
This
please
is
do,
what we're looking
please.
for.
Yeah.
There was a little boy in school named Dirty Johnny. Now, he's not dirty in this joke. But he'd always said, be a hellion in class, and the teacher didn't think much of him. So the teacher has a project, or not a project, but an in-class thing. How did it go again? She says, now, this is what you're going to do here, class. I want you to stand up. I want you to stand up and tell the class what a story from your life. And then afterwards say the moral to that story. So a girl puts up her hand. Yes, Becky, what's your story? So Becky stands up. She goes, my dad works for the hatchery here in town. And what happens was he got about 15 eggs. And he put them all in one basket, all in the same basket. So he put all his eggs in one basket. And he put it on the horse and buggy and drove back home. And by God, Becky says, the bouncing and all the eggs broke. Well, that's a good story, the teacher says, but what would the moral be to that? Becky says, well, the moral is, don't put all your eggs into one basket. But goddamn, says the teacher, that's a good one. Anybody else? Marjorie puts up her hand. Marjorie, what's your story? She says, well, my dad worked for the hatchery, as most, all of us. Thank God for the hatchery. She says, or we'd all be lost. But anyways, my dad knows that eggs become chickens. And so he was counting his chickens, and he added in the eggs, you see. And then he put them on a horse and buggy to go to town, and they all broke. Well, what's the lesson to that, the teacher said?
Yeah, I bet that's what he's going to say. Don't count the egg before them hatch, or don't count the chicken before them hatch, something like that. I guess the saying always go, right?
She can't understand. And she says, well, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of an egg. So the teacher says, that's a great one, too. Anybody else? Well, wouldn't you know, Dirty Johnny has his head up. So the teacher's like, holy God, I don't want it. But on the other hand, I made an oath to every child, should I suppose I gotta. All right, Dirty Johnny, what do you have to say? Johnny stands up. Stories about my Uncle Terry. He never worked at the hatchery. On account he was in Vietnam, and he got disability. He don't even like people who work at the hatchery. But the story happened far from these shores, in a little town called Da Nang. Terry was not well liked. His whole troop left him, abandoned. And he woke up in the weeds, and all they left him with was 3 bottles of Jack Daniels, some weapons. Terry stood up and downed 1 bottle right away. Said, if I'm going out, I'm going out. He took his Balishnikov and a couple of Glocks and his 2 bottles, and away he went. He found a town. And he didn't know if it was Charlie or if it was one he was sent to protect. But all he knew was he had hate in his gut. So he started firing. And he fired the Kalashnikov with an arcing kind of, like a farmer would with hay, with a scythe. And sure enough, the men fell like hay before him.
What?
And then the women, and by God, I'm ashamed to say it, but then the children. And finally, all was left was Uncle Terry standing in the mud and the blood and the glory. And he touched his pants, and it was wet, and he said he was ashamed. He felt shame, Uncle Terry, for he'd pissed himself. Well, he touched it again. It was not urine at all, but ejaculate. And Uncle Terry felt pride where shame once was. And the teacher's like, good Christ, what kind of a story is that? What the hell is the moral to that? Oh, well, he says, when Uncle Terry's been drinking, you don't fuck with him. Now, especially if you work at the hatchery. So listen, guys, this has been fun, hasn't it?
This has been probably my
This has been good. It saves me a trip to my senile uncle.
Oh, man. No. When Uncle Terry's drinking, don't mess with him. He wipe out the whole town. What? And even wipe out the whole town and ejaculate on himself. What the crap? What the crap? Dirty Johnny. I wonder the teacher doesn't want, like when he raised his hand. I doesn't want to listen to his story. Dirty Johnny. Okay. All right, guys. Now I'm for you. All right. I'll catch you in another one, guys. It's always something good now telling these stories. Okay, guys. Don't forget to live, love, laugh, and to learn. Catch you in another one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Well, thank you very much. I'm very excited to be here, and I was asked to host the ESPYs this year. Yeah, hi, that's my name, Espen. When I was asked to host the ESPYs this year, folks, I said yes immediately for one reason and one reason only. This show has interns. I'll be having little improper relations backstage a little later. But man, it's great to be here at the 6th annual ESPY Awards. Hard to believe, huh, that the ESPYs are 6 years old. Although Anthony Mason swears they're 18. So. Yeah, he'll be having sex with the ESPYs in about 12 years. So. I was a little late here tonight. I took a cab to the theater, folks. And I don't know if you've ever been in these New York City cabs, but I got one of those cabbies, couldn't speak English, Saw his name there on the dash. I couldn't even pronounce it. I think it was something like Hideki Arabu. I'm like that. Arabu's been having some trouble, man. They fired his translator. Steinbrenner fired his translator. And people see that as cruel, but I don't know, I mean, if you're not doing well in Yankee Stadium, do you really need a translator? Do you want that, Hey, what'd they say? They say you suck. You should go back to Japan, you dirty foreigner. Okay, I got it. I'm trying to pitch over here. It's great to be here on ESPN. I love sports, man. You can see sports on ESPN you don't see on other networks, like kickboxing. That's my favorite sport. Kickboxing is great. When you think about it, it combines the style and grace of boxing with kicking. It just seems kind of immature. Just backstage, a lot of celebrities back there, man. I was talking to Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, and he's disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, though, man. He's talking about rebuilding the team, and he told me, he says, we have to get back to what made us a championship team. Strippers and crack. Hey, have you heard about this? Ted Turner and NBC plan to start their own rival football league to compete with the NFL. And not much known about the specifics of this new league, except for this, it will suck. They know that. So they might have trouble, getting advertisers when we know it will suck. And of course, congratulations to the Denver Broncos for winning the Super Bowl. How about that? Denver did great, There he is. I love the Denver fans, because for one thing, they don't wear food on their heads. That's nice. And they had a wild celebration in Denver after that Super Bowl, man. And now city officials expect an even wilder celebration if the Nuggets win 10 games this year. They say they're gonna, say the whole city's gonna go nuts. Yeah, the Nuggets are having a bad year this year, man. Matter of fact, they're making a film about the team. They got a pretty catchy title. It's Black Men Can't Jump Either. Well, NBA All-Star Weekend over. That was exciting, man. The East beat the West. Jeff Hornacek won the three-point shootout. Houston's Clyde Drexler and Cynthia Cooper won that exciting two-ball thing. And Charles Barkley won the throw a guy through a plate glass window contest. So that was quite a game, you know. I mean, you know who impressed me the most yesterday was Kobe Bryant. Unbelievable. This guy's amazing. 19 years old, the youngest starter ever in the All-Star game, and he played so well that today he was named spokesman for NBC's new public service campaign called Screw It, Who Needs College? Of course, the biggest story in basketball, no question about it, Michael Jordan may retire. Yeah, Michael Jordan may retire after this season, and it's terrible news for Bull fans, you know, but it is terrific news for golf hustlers. They're happy about it. But Jordan is very serious, though, about leaving. In fact, he's already called the Hall of Fame to make sure that his plaque bears his basketball nickname, Air Jordan, and not his baseball nickname, Senior Crappy. That would just be disrespectful, you know? Well, how about them Winter Olympics? They're finally underway, so we've got a lot of great stuff to look forward to in the next 2 weeks, like hockey and, well, just hockey, really. I was watching last night, I saw speed skating, and my goodness, you know, could the outfits they wear be any tighter? Holy Lord. There was an East German woman, I swear, you could see the outline of her entire penis. It was... Goodness. Well, there's all kinds of sports celebrities in the audience tonight. I see Tiger Woods right there. Tiger Woods, how about that, huh? Yeah, he's up for golf. Of course, he's up for Golfer of the Year this ESPYs. And you know who I feel sorry for, folks, is the other two guys nominated for Golfer of the Year. You see these guys getting ready, you know, it's like, hey, honey, have you seen my tuxedo? No, not the good one. The one I wear when I'm going to get my ass kicked. Have you seen that one? Boomer Esiason is with us. Boomer. How you doing, buddy? Boomer, of course, will replace Frank Gifford on Monday Night Football next season. And Frank told reporters that this will allow him to spend more time with his wife and children. Then he broke down and cried for 45 minutes. So. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. Folks, before we can begin handing out our awards tonight, we must...
But anyways, it's time to read jokes.
Yes.
We read jokes on this show, Nick.
All right.
It's easy. Then you don't have to think of them yourself.
I love it. I hate thinking.
To read that thing.
Can I read it now?
Yeah.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. The show has loosened up considerably. I noticed I was watching Oprah and Dave talking about weed and booze. I don't do either of those. The hardest drug I ever did, LSD. And I remember I was a kid, I was like 16, and I remember they warned me, they said, hey, you gotta be careful with that LSD on account of you can get a flashback. 10 years can go by, 20 years, 30 years, and a flashback will happen. So I thought, hey, that seems like a good deal. You know, you tell me I buy a drug for $5, I eat it, I get high, and then 20 years later I get high again? That's not the point. I like to stretch my drug dollar. The point is this. 10 years have passed, 20 years have passed, 30 years have passed, and no flashbacks. What a gyp that turned out to be. Just more horse by the big acid companies, that's all it is.
I thought you were a Scotch. I'm more of a beer drinker. IPAs.
Oh, IPAs. What's that, International Pale Ales?
That's India Pale Ale.
India Pale Ales. What do you like to drink? Other than fucking jizz. I mean, what alcohol do you like to drink? I'll give you something that'll help you get through this. Anytime you think you want a drink, right?
Yeah. Is that what I think it is?
I don't know. Do you think it's cocaine?
Yep.
Well, you're partly right. It's cocaine, and it's also a lot of baby laxative.
We always run out of time, and I want you to tell. And you were a kid, right? This is the first time you got drunk?
When I got drunk, yeah. I was a very straight-laced kid, you know.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 18, 19 years old, and I decided to drink, you know. And I was out with my buddies at a bar. My God, we started drinking. They had those shooters, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, those are hard to take, you know. You can't gauge them, you know. And before you knew it, I was so crazily drunk, like just drunk out of my mind. And so then time passes in a weird way and everything. And my friends, they wanted to leave the bar.
Right.
Like, yeah, let's go, right? And I'm like, ah! I got like crazy all of a sudden, right? So I'm like, why should I leave? We're having fun here at the bar. You guys leave if you want, right? So they go, and I'm making friends with everybody, man. There was a fat guy with a beard, you know, and there was a jukebox. It was like a Western movie, you know what I mean? And there's a bartender. There's all kinds of ladies and everything like that. And everybody's my friend. Right? So I'm getting drunker and drunker with these shots, you know, and they're all crazy, dirty sex name shots, you know. Like,
oh, yeah.
Here, have a dirty sex, you know, like, whatever. They make you order them to humiliate you. You know, you're a drunk loser. You're like, yeah, can you have sex with me? Just come on. So anyways, I get all drunk, and then I go into the bathroom, and a dude gives me some pills. He has some pills.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to ever mix pills with booze.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then any doctor...
They told you up at the Mayo Clinic?
Yeah. But this guy was not a doctor. He was just a guy I met in the bathroom.
Even worse than a GP.
He was worse than a GP. His name, though, was Dr. Midnight. But I found out he was not accredited.
Not really a doctor, no. Yeah.
So anyways, so I take these pills, and what they do is, they say that you're not supposed to mix them, but on the other hand, in one way it works. So I'm like so drunk now and having so much fun and everything. Hey, fat bearded guy, having an arm wrestle with him. I don't know how to arm wrestle. Then all of a sudden I'm playing pool. I go to shoot a thing of pool and I fall down right in all the pool balls. And then I just black out, what's called blacking out. Yeah. It's not passing out.
You black out.
You don't remember anything.
Oh, yeah.
I wake up, right? I'm in a bed, but it's not my bed, you know? And I look beside me. Who do I see? The fat bearded guy. So I go, holy Lord God, I had sex with the fat bearded guy. Right? And at this point in my life, I was a young man. I had never had intercourse in my life.
Right.
And I'd always imagined it, but I never imagined it that way. You know?
I wouldn't think so, no.
I imagined a nice lady in a dress.
That's right. But there's got to be a first time for everybody.
It's not all gravy.
No.
So I look over and I go, oh my God. Then I notice we're in twin beds there. You know, we're not not in the same bed. Right. And I go, is this some kind of one of them old-fashioned gay guys?
I don't know.
There's no such thing.
No.
Gay guys are generally not old-fashioned. They're right on top of the latest thing. They're happening.
They're happening. Right on top of the latest thing.
Yeah,
that's right, Norm.
And they're so ahead of things, they have sex, and they don't even use a lady. So anyways, the upshot of the story is, what happens is I never had sex with this fat guy with a beard. This guy had checked me into a rehab. This guy was like a dirty drunk, and he took me for a dirty drunk too,
sure, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the hell? He says, yeah, man, you know, I'll go here in rehab, man. It's good for both of us. And I'm like, oh, God. So I had a big, like a robe on and fluffy slippers. they wouldn't give me my clothes, right?
Oh, how long were you in
They had
there?
a bag of my clothes somewhere. They wouldn't tell me where it was.
Would they let you out?
No, 3 days I had to stay.
3
there.
days?
Yeah.
That's awful.
They made me go to what is called an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting, right? And I get up, I go, hey, I'm not an alcoholic, which it turns out is what a lot of alcoholics...
They all say that, yeah.
I said, the fat bearded guy, there's the alcoholic right over there.
And how long did you guys date? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Norm MacDonald. We'll be right back.
And it's important to understand how your actions affect the people around you. Oh, I see we have someone new joining us this week. Would you like to start first?
Well, I just want to say that I used to think that I was better than you people, you know? And then something happened to me recently where I realized that I have a problem because something I did really hurt my brother, so I just want to say that I have an addiction too, and I need help.
Hi, my name is Tony, and I haven't had sex with a dead person in over 2 weeks.
This isn't Gamblers Anonymous. It must be down the hall. I just want to say something. Remember earlier when I said I wasn't better than you people? I am. I'm better than you people. And I'm going to leave, all right? And if I should happen to die on the hallway, just stay the hell away from me, all right? Keep your hands to yourself.
Yo, what up? All right, we got another one from Norm MacDonald.
Norm MacDonald. What do we got?
This is San Francisco.
Okay. Norm's time in San Fran.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Heard a lot of stories from San Fran.
We have. Dave Chappelle's told us a couple from San Fran.
Well, let's hear Norm's.
Literal destiny he has a date with. But anyways.
You can never.
Rest in peace. Truly.
Shit.
Oh man, yeah.
Norm. One of a kind.
Definitely. Crazy perspective. You know what I mean? Oh man.
Yeah, this nigga went in on OJ for so long.
Right.
It's weird to hear him say, you know, I guess he said he kind of feels sorry for him that he got, but I don't think he feels sorry.
Right. I think he was just responding to the heckler, you know what I mean, in a way. You know what I mean? But definitely, seeing him actually talk about it during stand-up, besides, you know what I'm saying, his daily news, or what was that?
The weekend update.
Yeah, the weekend update.
Yeah. Norm. Damn. It was hilarious. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
Naturally funny.
Pride.
Yeah.
Pride.
They were supposed to be watching something on the space.
What is it, a satellite that went around the moon?
You know, you gotta be careful. You gotta check to see, you know, if you want to go to a parade, you gotta make sure you're not going to the wrong one. If you take your kids to the wrong parade, they could be damaged.
Definitely. A lot of wild parades nowadays. Yeah, man. Isn't that a great thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody, you know, something for everybody.
Yeah,
something for everybody.
Please like, hit that button, and please hit that button. Subscribe.
Wait, what?
That was cool. Keep that in there too. Wait, what? That was cool.
No, I'm not keeping wait, what?
Wait, what? Are we back?
We're back, guys. We live.
Live.
See the shirts? It's on Teespring, guys. We got more shirts.
Mets, spring training.
Check it out. Forget the Mets.
Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
Anyway, this is gonna be Norm MacDonald. Some of you guys wanted Norm MacDonald. You've been asking for a while.
A quiet beast, man.
Our list is so, you know, guys don't understand, man. We have like 100, probably about 60 or 70 people on the list, with about 40 or 50,000 other songs from them or a comedian bitch from them. Like, it takes so much time, man. We have maybe 200 something videos on the list.
We got rent, mortgages,
growing every day.
kids.
Look what you've done to my peonies!
Kids.
Yeah.
Damn, this guy, bro. Grow up, bro.
Nah,
Thank you. Thank
you grow up.
Thank you.
He says growing every day.
You grow up.
It's growing every day.
This guy's a fucking kid.
Homophobe, man. Got the
I don't know if you guys saw the Little Nas X video, but he was the devil in the chair.
His head snapped and Nas took over. Okay.
If you're new here, hit the subscribe button.
Welcome.
Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Let's check out the video. Let's see what's about, guys.
Please.
Please.
Well, welcome to Gotham Comedy Live. This is a show like other shows, except you can be dirty. That's what a guy told me. So fuck that shit, because that's my favorite sentence. 2/3 of it's very dirty, and the other one is not. But you go, fuck that shit.
2/3 is dirty.
That's why I talk about politics and stuff. People, what do you think of that? Fuck that shit. And then people think I have an opinion, but I don't really. But a guy was just telling me, hey, listen, Bill Cosby, first of all.
Damn. What an entrance.
Is my hero ever since I was a kid, because I always wanted to be like him, and I got his albums, tried to emulate him, but I didn't like his stand-up, but I like the way he was as a man. 'Cause this was before they didn't say he was a rapist on the fucking liner notes of the albums, you know.
The liner notes. Oh shit.
That's what my buddy said. He said, the worst part about Cosby was he was a hypocrite. And I said, I don't think that was the worst part.
I think that was the worst part. That's good. I don't think that was the worst part. I don't think that was the worst part. That was good. That was good.
To me, the worst part was the raping. Way up high. And then the second would be the drugging. And then the third would be the scheming. But anyways, hypocrisy would be way fucking down the line, you know, like on the 4th page or some shit.
The 4th page.
Like, I'm no expert, but I think probably most rapists are hypocrites.
He's getting deep now.
You know what I mean? A lot of guys.
He's getting big picture.
I'm no
He's getting big picture.
Most
rapists are.
Most are hypocrites.
Are hypocrites. That's, putting it lightly.
I like to rape. I don't give a fuck. I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but I like raping.
But I like raping.
Oh, God damn, at least he's not a hypocrite. That's the worst. That's the worst part of it.
The worst part.
But he, imagine you're a girl. Some of you will be easier.
Damn.
No, imagine you're a girl. You're in a gift shop in Vegas or some shit. Go, I'm gonna buy this snow globe for my. Oh, it's the most famous guy ever, Cosby. You know, Cosby's there, and he's like, "You want to go to my room? It's the biggest room ever." And so you go, "Yeah, of course I want to go to your room. Biggest star ever, biggest room ever. What the fuck?" You don't even have to be a girl. You fucking go. And then you go up, and then you're like, fuck, look at this. I've never seen... And he's like, you want a glass of water? You go, yes, that would be nice. And then you go, why is it purple?
Damn. Okay.
Why is it purple? Glass of water.
Yeah, sure, of course.
But it's true, though, what he's saying, though. A lot of people were like, oh, they girls knew what they was doing. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, some of them wanted to bang Cosby.
Right.
And they went to his house and stuff. But the crazy thing about Cosby is that I still believe he drugged them. Even though they was going to bang them anyway, he drugged them and then had sex with them. You have people that are crazy like that, bro.
Yeah,
that's what they get off.
There's a psychological thing going on. Because you didn't have to do all that.
Darren Sharper. The dude that played for Green Bay, the safety, going around town and drugging people and doing the same thing. Bruh, he's a good-looking, young, rich person.
Why?
Football athlete, star on TV and everything. Doing
money, everything.
And he was doing that also. Like, they get a kick out of that. Like, that's their fetish.
The degrading part. The degrading part.
Fetish, the disease.
Right. That's their thing. So, it's just crazy, man, that Cosby was like that.
Why is it fizzing?
Why is it fizzing?
Like in a monster movie. Just drinking famous people water.
Famous people water.
Just drink it.
And everything goes fucking crazy and shit. They come out of it, they're like, what the fuck? I was just in the gift shop. What is that? Cosby cock? I swear that's a Cosby cock.
Cosby cock. I swear.
Impossible.
It's impossible. That's Cosby cock.
That's a Cosby cock.
Okay. What is that?
It's a Cosby cock.
I was just in the gift shop.
A Cosby cock? Why would there be a Cosby cock in my face? Wait a second, I remember. I'll call for help. Hypocrisy! A man committed hypocrisy. On me. In room 10-304-20.
10-30204. Jesus Christ. He's
That's
good.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
It is screaming out for hypocrisy.
That's right.
Not rape, but hypocrisy.
4. There's too many numbers in the hotel room. God damn. Cosby. But when you think about that show, people go hypocrite and shit. But in a way, when you think about the show he had a regular fucking life. But then what was his job? He looked in women's pussies and stuff.
That's true.
And you never saw it. They never showed you that part.
Wasn't he was a gynecologist, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, maybe he wasn't a hypocrite.
In a way.
I don't even know what's wrong with hypocrisy.
I thought about that.
What's the problem with hypocrisy, you know? People always against it. Go, you know what I hate worse than anything? Hypocrite. But imagine your life if you weren't a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Like if you had a kid, you go, okay, Billy, you're 7 years old now. You know what I mean? And then you tell them who you really are.
Billy.
That's not a good idea. Now, sit down, Billy. I'm going to tell you some evil shit I did. Through most of my life that I've been keeping from you. So Cosby was a hypocrite. But it's like one of those little things. You know when people do like real bad things and then they add on a little thing? It happens a lot in crime and shit. Like I remember, I'm just swearing because I can. Like crime, fuck it, shit. But sometimes a guy will commit a heinous crime, then they'll add like some fucking, like I remember Richard Speck. You know, some of you are old enough to remember this guy. He busted into a house full of nurses, raped and killed 9 nurses. He was charged with 8 counts of rape, 8 counts of murder, 1 count of breaking and entering. So the whole defense became, I tell you, that door was a little bit open. You could have jimmied that open. We're going to take pictures of it and show it to the jury and we blow them up. Because judges are wise, like owls. So the judge knows he doesn't want the guy 8 counts guilty, 8 counts guilty, and on the case of breaking and entering, innocent. And then he's like, hey, what did I tell you, everybody?
What I tell you.
Waving at people with his orange thing. Hey, a guy told me that, I don't know if you've heard this, Bruce Jenner is going to go back maybe to being a man. No. Did you hear that? That's an odd thing. Because I remember him, of course, as a woman. So it's hard for me to picture what he'd even look like.
Thanks. Really good
As a
point.
man, I remember,
Damn good point.
because I'm from Canada, so I remember he was in the '72 Olympics, and he won the decathlon, you know, which is the best athlete in the world, was a woman. And we didn't know at the time because he kept it secret.
Didn't know at the time.
But I remember they put the gold medal around his fucking big juicy tits.
Oh my God. He's like, his delivery is so deadpan, it's hilarious. It's shocking and relaxed at the same
And
time.
he's so cool about it.
So
He's
calm.
so cool
As a matter of fact.
It's juicy too. See, but this, let me tell you, what's his name to me is in the same category as him, but he doesn't do it good. Hannibal.
Yes. Hannibal has
The
that cadence.
same. I'm
But
gonna
here's the material.
I don't know what I'm saying really.
Here's
I'm
the
not trying to
material.
be funny.
It's the
I'm
material,
just,
though. It's the material.
It's the same vibe as Norm MacDonald.
It's the material.
But
though.
he's not
Hannibal's
funny.
material is weak.
To us.
Yeah, to us.
We saw a previous video of Hannibal. Go check it out if you're a fan. But he's
He
not
has
funny.
great
to us.
cadence, great relax. He sounds funny, but he isn't funny.
But that's what I was
Makes
saying
sense.
when we
Yeah.
saw Hannibal that time. I was like, I like people, and I told people in the comment section that's Hannibal stands. Yo, I like that type of comedy. It's just that his topics and the way he does it is
It's the
not
material.
funny to me.
Yeah, the material.
The material is weak.
It's not funny.
Yeah, yeah.
This is funny.
Yeah.
And it's the same little dry, just I'm not even
And-
trying to be
Like,
funny.
you like Stephen Wright?
Who?
Stephen Wright?
The hell is that?
From Boston, the bushy head dude. Every time I came,
I'm sure I've seen him.
You know, I came in Thursday.
That's not
He
helping.
talks
No, that's not helping, but I'm
it
sure
is.
I've seen him.
When you
It is.
Okay, it is. Watch YouTube Stephen Wright. I'm going. I came inside the store with it. That's how he talks.
I'm
he
sure
doesn't
that
know,
looks familiar.
So he's saying now he don't know.
Do it again.
I won't.
Thank you.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
Juicy tits.
And that to me is when he should have just gone, I'm a lady, and then that would have been good for the LGBTG, the community, you know, the community. I don't know if you've been over and seen them and shit, but
Have you been over
it's a
to
nice
see them?
community.
He said, have you been over to see them? Have you been over to see them?
And it would have been good. All the LGBTBL. I try to be inclusive of all the letters in the alphabet.
Yes, I agree.
But you know, then he waited. That's the problem. He waited till he was 65. That's when Bruce Jenner decided to tell us he was a lady. Now I don't know about you guys, but to me, is there really that much difference between a 65-year-old
guy? It's
At
65-year-old
some
woman.
point, you got to
Damn.
realize you're just some old thing nobody wants to fuck.
Damn.
All right, guys.
Oh man.
Oh, Norm is great, man. We gotta
Hey,
find more Norm.
that shit was
Just him.
Funny. No, but even like you said on Saturday Night Live, I think you said it all.
Weekend Update, yeah.
On Saturday Night Live, the Weekend Update and stuff.
He was
like,
saying he was great.
good back then.
Probably one of the
and-
best.
No, he's good. He does the voice of Death or whatever, the little Grim Reaper or whatever the case is on Family Guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Dennis Miller was great. Him, yeah, they're great. They're great hosts.
Yeah, no, man. We got to do more Norm. Guys, if you
Yeah,
want to see more Norm, hit the like button. Tell us down below what video we should do. Try to make it not Comedy Central. Comedy Central does not
That's
play.
that's gonna be rough.
They block. If it's Comedy Central, I'm telling you now, we're not doing it. Any video that's not Comedy Central, man, they block It's ridiculous. This was hilarious. If you like the channel, if you like what we do here, man, we sit back, kick back, and just watch these videos and enjoy and
Hang out with
BS
Sean,
around.
man.
Yeah, man, we're just hanging out. It's nothing serious. There's no hoopla. There's no fake laughs and rolling all over the floor. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. We here chilling, man. We here chilling. We being ourselves. We appreciate you as always, man. Stay safe.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, man,
Stay
appreciate
safe.
y'all,
Stay safe.
man. Be
Yep.
good.
Yeah, do you know Nikki Cox?
Yeah. She's still with Jay?
She's with Jay Moore.
Yeah.
But when she was on my TV show, she was with Bobcat Goldthwait.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm not a skilled interviewer. Let's fucking face it.
I'm not a skilled.
But what do you think is wronger?
Wrong
more wrong. What do you think is more wrong? Having sex with a child, human being, or an adult pig?
Like you've got to do one. That's the
You got to
options.
do one. Yeah, you're on a deserted island. But do you actually think that they would like a man's sperm?
A human
being's sperm? A woman?
Well, who?
A woman.
A woman would like a man's sperm. Well, yeah, she's been biologically programmed
In her
through
mouth?
millennia.
But
to
in your
eat
mouth,
pig
like,
cum.
isn't that stuff like living? Isn't that like aren't those animals, little tiny tadpoles or something?
I didn't know it was going to have to get this deep. All right, then.
Are you doing this to be a funny thing, or do you really have to kind of
I'm doing
feel
it. No, I feel that I have an oral fixation. You know about that.
I
If
don't
it's not
have that,
this,
by the way.
If it's
I don't
not
like
this, I go
sucking
straight.
cock.
You don't like sucking
I don't like
cock?
sucking cock. I mean, I have done it.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. You know why I wouldn't like it?
Why?
Aren't those animals like inside the cum? Like I remember
the sperm, you mean?
Yeah. So to me, like it's a bunch of animals and stuff. But you remind me of a guy that's good at fucking.
I love it.
Fucking and sucking. Let's say you had an exact twin.
Uh-huh.
Now Mary Willard, your wife.
Oh, here we go.
There could be a lot of...
Wouldn't you go like, how do you not find him attractive? Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
He looks exactly like me.
Yeah.
And he's much better at sucking and fucking. No.
I only smoke pot 4 times a week. You're just saying it casually. They're like, you smoke more than that. Like, relax. What are you afraid? I'm not admitting I'm like you.
4 times a week seems like a lot to me.
Does it really?
A little, yeah, but...
Well, it's all relative.
It's all relative,
Yeah, as long
yeah.
as it's not hurting anybody.
Yeah. But does it, as long as it's not hurting anybody, but what about the audience, the stand-up audience?
So back.
Aren't they the real victims?
What's your dream view?
You mean
the show, The View?
Yeah.
The
Who would
guests?
you, what 4 or 5 ladies would you want on there?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Susan Yegwood. That's your wife. You didn't even recognize her name. It's your betrothed.
Betrothed.
I had moved up from San Diego. I was like, come, move up. And then I had no place to live. So I slept in my truck for like 3 nights. And I slept at the parking lot of the comedy store. And I had no money, and I was broke.
Both?
Yeah. You hungry? I go,
yeah, exactly. Bad lieutenant.
Open your mouth. No, you didn't do.
Like a baby bird.
Yeah. Okay. So,
yeah, and then he.
So you said yeah.
Yeah, I go yeah, and he took me
Am I
to.
hungry? I'm broke and I have no money. What do you think? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Plus, I want some food. Do you feel you have white privilege?
I'm not allowed to answer those questions. Well, being a old white guy with extra money.
Your great special that is on Netflix now, everybody should watch, is called
Straight White Male 60.
The young people won't like old people. When I was a kid, I got involved with Al Jolson when they brought. I didn't know
How
who he
old
was.
are you? What?
Well, no, not back in his 1920s. I was just a kid when the jazz singer came out. Charlie Fox. He wrote the theme music to Happy Days, The Love Boat. Yeah. He wrote just about everything.
He must make a heck of a lot of money. Huh?
I'm going to ask him sometime. Just how much do you make?
What would Norman Lear say to that?
What?
I say, what would Norman Lear say to that?
Who's that?
Fuck! And now the whole set went quiet, and you hear people going, Santa just said fuck. Santa has just said fuck. And all these kids froze, and then they had a Disney guy. He said fuke. Fuke. It's a Swedish word. Means take a break.
We're supposed to take a break. And so he thought when you said take a break. then I would go, speaking of taking a break.
Yeah.
David Letterman. Apparently he's going to do this show.
Really?
That's
oh my
what
God.
David says.
That'd be amazing.
And every actual talk show host will kill themselves.
Yeah, I'll be on the news.
I love Mary Tyler Moore. And I know you were on her TV program. And then when she was your guest, there was this incredible chemistry. And was there ever anything romantic with her? I mean, she must have been very desirable to you. You ever lay down on top of her, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to...
Now, wait a minute. You bring up a good point, Norm. The first one of the day.
Now, you have a show for 33 years, every day,
Mm-hmm.
You do that every day.
Yeah.
And then, so the show ends, and then that night, what do you think? You think about tomorrow's show?
No. It's funny because, as you must know, the human neuromuscular skeletal system is easily programmed, and after 2 or 3
Sure, I knew that.
And so after
as soon as you said that first word, you could executive produce a show with Sebastian Mancow as the star.
I could do that. Yeah.
And
well, what fun is that, though? Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? So there's no, are there no bars like the same way as there were gay bars when gays were?
I couldn't go there.
Well, of course
Can't
not.
you see that?
I forgot.
Yeah, you and me hanging out at the trans bar. I just don't, I don't think it's going to work.
No.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays we
Oh,
can.
yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Wait, I haven't come out yet. Hold on a second. I am firmly on the side of womanhood now, but I am not a woman, nor will I ever be. 3 sentences later. I use the women's restroom because I am a woman. I changed my gender on my birth certificate to female because I am a woman. So there's a little confusion there, right?
Not for me. What's wrong with that?
Well, here it says I am not a woman. Here it says I am a
I always get anxious when I'm on a plane and I see a much bigger celebrity than me, and I think, well, if this goes down,
Is that
I'm going to
almost
get mentioned.
every
I'm going to be
flight?
like small print almost every flight. Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in a second.
Unfortunately, the radio station launched the day after Princess Diana died, so it was it wasn't quite the sort of fanfare and celebration.
Now
a bit like when Farrah Fawcett died, and then it was usurped by Michael Jackson.
Somebody told me the Queen murdered her.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Yes, that's well known in England. Yeah. I'd like to apologise to the Queen.
England's not doing well financially.
Right.
Can't you get you call them your mates?
Mm-hmm.
They're friends.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the world, they call them mates.
Sure.
Get a couple of dozen of your mates and go down to that Buckingham Palace and kill the old bag.
To what end?
Money.
Right. Are you an old sea captain? What is this shtick that you? Because I'm pretty sure I've watched some of these other editions of the show, and I'm pleased to see that I've broken from the rule of only having white blokes on the show, which seems to be you only have white men and Roseanne
because it's supposed to be a comedy.
Right.
But
it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. It's allegedly. I still, feel that. I still feel in my heart, and I can only go by my heart, you know what I mean? I'm not a person that goes by my brain, I just go by my heart. That Bill Hader is ultimately unknowable.
Yes, that's true.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Imagine if you're with the porno lady, you're like, what about this? You like this? And she's like, yeah, my husband invented it. You're like, oh. Because you know how you think you got your own moves?
Yeah. Have you ever been with a porn star?
No, I never would do it because I wouldn't want to pull out my measly...
Wiener?
Yeah. Because like, what's she going to pretend? She's like, oh, ouch. You're like, what? What about that thing I saw you in last week with that?
Is this a good surprise for you guys or a weird surprise that Norm
I'm
is-
such a big fan of Norm's, man.
It's the first time you guys have met this morning, right?
Yeah. So
John,
I'm so psyched. That's
so
awesome.
When I knew you were coming in, I started thinking of the serious stuff, and I got to tell you about one thing. Superbad.
Yeah.
I'm 48 years old.
Yeah.
I go see Superbad, and the characters, your character and the other character, the main characters, are an amalgam of me and my best friend when we were in high school.
I hear that quite often.
I call the guy, and I go, you got to come to Austin. So he comes to Austin, and we go see it.
Imagine if you're with the porno lady, you're like, what about this? You like this? And she's like, yeah, my husband invented it. You're like, oh. Because you know how you think you got your own moves?
Yeah. Have you ever been with a porn star?
No, I never would do it because I wouldn't want to pull out my measly...
Wiener?
Yeah. Because like, what's she going to pretend? She's like, oh, ouch. You're like, what? What about that thing I saw you in last week with that?
Is this a good surprise for you guys or a weird surprise that Norm
I'm
is-
such a big fan of Norm's, man.
It's the first time you guys have met this morning, right?
Yeah. So
John,
I'm so psyched. That's
so
awesome.
when I knew you were coming in, I started thinking of the serious stuff, and I got to tell you about one thing. Superbad.
Yeah.
I'm 48 years old.
Yeah.
I go see Superbad, and the characters, your character and the other character, the main characters, are an amalgam of me and my best friend when we were in high school.
I hear that quite often.
I call the guy, and I go, you got to come to Austin. So he comes to Austin, and we go see it together and just laughed our asses off because of that was us. That was us in high school.
Oh, that's
that
so
whole
nice.
thing. So huge fan on that front now.
You look good for 48, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got a guy who looks like Bruce Springsteen. You got a guy who looks like he's 25 and he's 48.
How old do you think he is?
Good-looking bunch around here.
How old do you think he is?
Good-looking city.
How old do you think Bob is?
I would say 34.
Try 53.
Yeah, well, that's how old Bruce Springsteen is.
No, he's 60.
Yeah, he's 60. Why'd you pick 30?
Damn.
I'm darkness on the edge of town.
It's like he looks like Wilford Brimley. How old? 20? 20-year-old Wilford Brimley?
4 or 5 years old?
Go way too much. What are you, 1?
1 years old.
Now, Bob saw the movie last night.
Thank you for that compliment. I sincerely
Man, I'm
appreciate
telling
it.
you what,
Thank you.
that movie, and I said that's like, I don't buy, you rent movies, you don't buy. That's the one movie I've saved, and I watch
That's
it over
cool,
and over.
man. Thank you.
Bob saw
I
the
had a
movie
chance
last
to go,
night,
man.
and
I loved it.
And before you come in here,
Oh, you saw Get Him to the Greek last night.
Yeah, we
I
would
was
lie
there.
to you if it
Yeah,
was. If
I
we,
wouldn't have come. I would have called in sick today if it.
Well, no. We would have told our listeners what we thought of it, like the first hour when you guys weren't
And
up.
and
then we
wouldn't have known.
We would
Yeah.
have lied and kissed your ass when you came in here. But
Yeah.
he said
I don't want to give anything
off
away
the air
about it either, because there's so many surprises in that
off
movie.
the air this morning, I said, seriously, how was the movie? And I've seen the trailer. The trailer's hilarious. And he goes, but a lot of times the trailer's hilarious, the movie sucks ass.
Right.
He goes,
I think our movie's better than our trailer.
He goes, dude.
I hate.
It was laugh out loud funny.
I hate people that you compare movies, say it's like this, but it's like it's all the best stuff you would expect from a Jonah Hill movie with a little bit of Spinal Tap mixed in, and it reminded me a little bit of Almost Famous, the sweetness,
That's awesome.
the sweet parts of that, because you play a character that's like
Nick literally pitched it to me as like a dirty Almost Famous.
You're teetering. you're one of those characters teetering on boyhood and manhood, right?
Yeah.
Like responsibilities versus being this kind of rock fan, and I loved it on that level too. Of just of your character, of just being this guy that just doesn't know he wants to commit. He doesn't. He's facing all these things for the first time, but it's hysterical. You're going to see things in this movie that you've never seen on film before. I got to look at the rock star.
Dagwood?
No, the rock star. Aldous. Yeah. There's really not an equivalent in real life.
Sounds good, though. Is it in the theater?
There's really no single British.
I wouldn't have had a chance.
There's not really any single solo British rock stars like that anymore. Are there? Is he
the closest
Bowie? But Bowie's old.
I feel like Jack White.
Oh yeah, Jack White. I mean, the closest we were thinking was but he's not like a bad boy, but like Chris Martin. Was kind of the closest equivalent,
But none of them behave like that.
No,
like in behavior, it's more just.
But it's more like taking a '70s, '60s rock star and putting him kind of in.
Pete Doherty.
Yeah.
That's who it is. I mean, that's
Right,
really,
you're right,
who we And he's mega famous in England, obviously, and less so here.
So Nick,
yeah,
I'm IMDbing you, which is not a sexual term anymore, but you directed one of my favorite television shows that didn't make it, Undeclared.
I was a writer on that.
Oh,
yeah.
still.
Yeah.
What a great show. Were you on that show?
Was not, but a big fan of it.
Yeah, it was like a great. You knew it wasn't going to last because it was too good.
Well, we knew because we premiered on September 11th. So that's how we knew it wasn't going to last. That was actually.
I
didn't know that, really.
And Dale, you got to see that everybody's great in this film, but Sean Combs.
Did he steals it?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
He blows up in this movie.
He's so funny.
Unbelievable. And what we had you were doing the Q&A while the credits were. You started the Q&A while the credits were rolling. I know his face popped up at the end of the movie, and I missed it. Now I gotta go back and see what he said at the end.
It's a teaser for the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
For Thor.
Dude, you would love it.
Wait, so how old was Nick when he was directing Freaks and Geeks and Undeclared?
Or was
how old were you when you were writing for Undeclared?
For Undeclared, I was.
Well, Freaks and Geeks was first, right?
I know I didn't work on Freaks and Geeks.
Oh,
You were still in college.
They told me you
Yeah,
directed.
still in college.
We withdraw the
So
question.
how were you when you directed?
I was 24 when I was writing on.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So the story.
Like, remember when you were 24, what you thought was funny or good? You know what I mean? How hard it is to actually do good stuff when you're 24.
I remember Judd telling me what was funny and good.
I thought
he would just tell you and you do it.
Norm, I thought you were funny when I was 24.
Oh no, you might think something's funny, but what you like I remember when I was starting comedy, I was like 25 or something like that. But Eddie Murphy was already a star, you know, and he was 19.
Yeah, 19. Wow.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can that guy be funny? Because I remember what I thought was funny when I was 19. It was all lame.
Anyway. On Undeclared, one of the writers was Seth Rogen. He was also obviously one of the stars of Undeclared, but he was 18. I remember him coming into the first writers meeting, and all of us being like, we obviously liked him on Freaks and Geeks, but he just being like, who does this kid think he is? And then he would just turn in the funniest scripts.
So, Johnny,
he just, knew it and nailed it.
You were
Wait, wasn't Byron Allen on that show too, though? Oh no, that's a different one.
You were right. You were right.
Wait, have you guys seen Comics Unleashed? Have you seen Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen? Hey, speaking of this thing, Byron Allen does this thing. You know how you guys do junkets, which is part of what you're kind of doing now?
Yeah.
But Byron Allen does this show where all he does is go on junkets. He goes to hotels, you know, and he interviews guys like everybody else does at the junkets, you know, because they bring the stars, like they bring Joan and Nick in, and then 40 guys that ask him questions. So then Byron Allen just goes in, you know, and he interviews it, but then he turns it into a show, like it's an interview show instead of a. So he goes, and then it's always like. It shows at 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, tonight on the it's Byron Allen's voice. He goes, tonight on the Entertainers, Jonas Hill, Harrison Ford, Eddie Murphy, George Harrison. It's like the biggest stars of all time.
So it's like a big talk show, but it's a junket.
And it's just him in like a small room, like with the guy with a poster behind him.
5 minutes
like
each,
2
right?
years ago that he did a movie. And then Byron, at the start of the interview, he goes, hey, man. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, he always starts the interview the same place, be like Harrison Ford, who clearly has no idea who Byron is. So Byron goes, hey, man, the last time we talked, man, you were doing that movie about the Russian guy. What's been going on with you, man? And so, like, you get in your head, maybe they have dinner together. And then so Harrison Ford, he goes, huh? But he doesn't want to look racist, you know? So he's like, oh, yeah, I remember. How have you been? He goes, pretty good, man, pretty good. So he's a master at it costs him nothing.
That's a really good practical joke.
Right. And Byron Allen is just one of 100 interviews he did that day.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Jonah, you got started, if Wiki's right, you got started writing plays, and you went to New York to be an actor?
Yeah, I would write weird stuff in New York when I was like a freshman in college at New School University. And then I would perform them at this bar called Black and White, and then it kind of got popular.
One-man plays, or
sometimes with other people, like one acts and
right.
stuff, and then like weird performance art.
And then
things.
somebody stumbles in and sees you, and
they got kind of popular amongst students at my school and NYU and stuff, and then it got kind of like a following. It was pretty cool. I remember like a couple times I'd be like at dinner somewhere and someone would recognize me from it. And I would be so psyched because, like, they had just heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're like, "Hey, you're the guy that does that weird plays and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What would be
yes,
like?
I am, Mom.
What would be a play? Like, what was your favorite one? That was like your signature.
Well, they would do this open mic night. This is how it got started. Was basically they would do this open mic night. It was the only place that would let us drink because I didn't have a fake ID. So they would let me drink there, and I was 18 and looked like I was like 12, you know. So, so my friend Michael took me there because he lived right around the corner, and the guys who owned the bar were really cool. And on Sunday night they had an open mic like storytelling night. So it'd be all like hipster East Village like junkies that would be like doing heroin on the A train, like not calling my dad, you know, like really serious stuff.
You don't have to say the second line. Not calling my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, we kind of surmised that.
Yeah. But yeah, very literal, like storytelling, like long stories. And I was like, man, I should just write like a fake one.
Oh, yeah.
So I started writing fake ones that the people thought were serious, and then like my friends knew it was I was lying. So like there was this one, the first one I wrote, that was probably my favorite because it was the first time I'd ever performed. And so I wrote this one about my dad having an affair with his Native American secretary. And then how I learned about Native American culture through this new woman who was like my surrogate mom, and like
I want to read that.
It was so weird, and everyone was just silent. It was like so serious, like there were no jokes in it or
Did your
anything.
friends laugh?
My friends, it was probably the funniest thing I've ever done because it was like no one knew I was joking. You know?
Is this poetry?
No, it was more like story, like
important stuff.
Yeah, like a 5-minute story. Like people would write like short story, reading their short stories or whatnot.
Like sometimes they'll do one man play. Like, you know how people think their life's interesting? So I said this one man play. It was an hour and a half. So if I think of my life, like I couldn't cobble together an hour and a half of interesting.
No, it wasn't one of those things where I was like,
it was the
1968, Brooklyn.
No,
I'm sitting over there. The Bombers are doing great this season.
No, the funny thing is when they say they have a big dramatic moment in the one-act play, but it's just something that happened to everyone, you know. And then they're like, and that's when I found out my mother had breast cancer. And then it blacks out. You're like, what? And that happened to everyone in the world? It's supposed to be all dramatic.
We have a gentleman that. Never mind. No, we have a gentleman who does.
When I was on Saturday
We've
Night,
had a guest, a one-act play guy that comes in. Used to come in a lot.
All right.
But one-act plays are great. Like when
if they're good,
they're good, like not one-man plays, one act.
Well, no, this is a one-man
plays.
show guy.
One-act plays.
Story.
One act, one man.
They're my
play.
favorite.
All right, we're gonna
great.
Let's
You do
break.
that? Have you ever done that in your acting career?
That's how I started. Then I started writing one-act plays.
Real one-act
Yeah.
plays. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You guys know how to find this interesting?
No, we do. It's just there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 open mics right now.
And I just don't know if we're making the Universal people happy.
And let's make sure that we're plugging the movie. Get them to the Greek. Can we take a break? Come back.
And it opens today. Is that right?
June 4th.
And would you guys
June
be
4th.
up to taking some phone calls from our fine listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Cool. If you guys have any questions for Jonah or Nick or hell, Michael McDonald. Who else is in here?
Wasn't he
No,
a
Norm.
singer? Wasn't he a rock singer?
I was just. I know it's Norm. I know it's
the
Norm.
Doobie Brothers?
Right, but
we don't
my
need to hear
mind.
we don't need to hear your filth.
973-8300 if you want to call in. We'll be back in a minute. Dudley and Bob Show. All right, we might get a couple of calls in for Jonah if you want. Jonah Hill of Get Him to the Geek.
Get him to the Greek.
Sorry, y'all cut me a break. I was just talking about the geeks in Superbad. Yeah, we were just talking about that. So
Get him to the Greek.
973-8300. Get Him to the Greek.
June 4th.
And I told. Yeah, it's not out yet. Oh, it's June 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it might be showing this weekend. But Bob saw it last night.
Wait, am I in this movie?
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
And Nick,
do you know what it's about?
You're in the People versus Larry
because,
Flynn.
because I asked Jonas, he said it wasn't even out on the screen yet.
Nick, is it
June
is
4th.
it is it a sequel somewhat loosely?
I would say it's a spin-off, but it's pretty different. There's not.
I heard it was a sequel to Weird Science.
That's your source is incorrect.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I don't know.
You should get a new
I just
source.
know what I hear in the street.
Just Saving Sarah Marshall.
Forgetting. You don't know the titles of any of the movies.
I loved you in Super Good too, by the way.
Yeah.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
It's good because I honestly can't remember your name.
That's all right. I'm Dave. That's okay. Just call me Dave. Everybody does. So
yeah, there's some recurring characters.
But is
in
the
there.
rock star that has the same name? Or?
Yeah, he's playing the same guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Russell Brand's character Aldous Snow is the same guy as he was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and other than that, there's no
right. But
there's
Jonah
no
in this
overlap.
movie is a junior record executive who's got an idea that he's trying to get across to his boss, and his boss accepts it, and then you've got the responsibility. It's like a road picture. You got the responsibility of getting this rock star.
It's kind of like a
this
dirty,
has-been.
almost famous.
He's not
is
really a
good-
has-been, but he's had rough times.
I would say it's kind of like a mix between Almost Famous and Midnight Run.
Yeah.
Now, is it like
You know, like it's like a road movie with one guy escorting, a normal guy escorting
Right.
a really crazy, messed up
and
guy.
Trainspotting.
A little bit of
And Trainspotting.
and The Last Detail, if you've ever seen that.
You know, we watched The Last Detail, like, I watched it, like, every day before we started Superbad. I thought that was, like, one of my main references for Superbad.
Yeah.
There's just, like, three guys,
Nicholson's
like,
greatest
out
flick.
getting, like, hammered and, like, having crazy
I want to
time.
ask you that when you're doing
Were you Randy Quaid?
I was Randy Quaid, obviously.
Yeah, man.
I watched Sid and Nancy before getting to the Greek. I'm not kidding. That was my.
I watched my favorite year in Midnight Run and
I
Almost
just
Famous
saw My
a lot.
Favorite Year a few weeks ago. It was
my
good.
favorite year was so good. I was watching this hardcore.
How do you know when you're
porn.
shooting
What?
a comedy like this that you got that you're getting it right when you're filming it? I mean that
You hope and pray you're getting it right. You don't
because
really know.
there's not an audience there laughing. And I always wondered you shoot several different takes in different ways.
We shoot every tone possible in each scene.
I'm getting that signal from the publicist. It's time to wrap up. That you guys have to go somewhere else.
Well, let's take a phone call before we leave because that was rude because we said we were going to.
The only phone call I have wants to ask Norm a question.
Okay, great. Well, I was just trying to be respectful.
No, you're very
call,
fine. Listen, I'm a big fan.
Well,
It's
I
kind of crazy in here today. I wished I had about 1 million questions for you.
Oh man, well, no.
I wish I had questions for you.
Listen, I wish I knew the names of your films.
No. I said I have 1 million questions for you. I wish we had more time. Did I say I wish we had more questions?
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
It's okay. June 4th, get him to the Greek. Austin's the best town ever, and I'm not BSing. It is the coolest place on earth.
I love this city.
It's so cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Well,
Are you
thanks so much
staying,
for having
Norm, or are you going?
I got a phone call.
Oh, you're staying for your phone call.
My apologies that.
Great to meet
Thanks.
you.
It was great meeting
Yeah.
you, Ryan. Really.
Thank you guys for having us.
No,
Yeah,
thanks
very
for
much.
coming in, guys. Get them to the Greek starting June
Thank you.
4th.
Well, thanks.
Appreciate
See you,
it.
John.
Hey man,
Yeah,
much
I'll
success.
see
I
you.
think you'll do
Movie,
really
man.
well.
Bye, Nick.
See you
Thank
around.
you.
Of course, thank you for
Thanks.
Thank you guys
See
so
you in
much.
LA, man.
Take care, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
See you, man. Thanks, Jonah. Bye.
Say
It's
goodbye
weird to say goodbye in the middle of the break, but
say goodbye
bye.
to Matt.
Yeah, definitely will.
See ya.
Probably got to go do TV somewhere.
Yeah, normally they go to the TV stations.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, do the noon
You
shows.
want to take your call,
and the-
Norm?
Yeah, let's take
Yeah,
a
let's
call.
take your call. Let's go to the phones. There's no calls coming in.
What? We even lost my caller?
No, your call's here. What's your call? What's your question?
Hey, Norm,
What?
big fan.
Oh,
You're talking about your TV shows. I heard the Norm show's coming out on DVD. I was just wondering if you did any commentaries or special features for that.
it is coming out on TV. It's coming out on, what do you call it?
DVD.
Yeah,
Those
it is
small-
coming out on DVD.
They're like laser discs,
But I don't make any money.
smaller.
I don't make any
You don't?
money.
Really?
But they said, we'll give you money to come and comment on it. So I went in a room and they played the shows and I just talked. But I found I was talking to this other guy and I found I wasn't watching the show at all. I was just talking.
I think it might actually be worth getting it just
at
for
first you're
that.
commenting, you're like, that's interesting. That guy was cast at the last second. And then you realize in your mind, you go, no one cares about any of this. So then I just started going, hey, look, a coffee cup. But there wasn't a coffee cup that you'd be watching, but there was a coffee cup in the studio.
Did you remember the episodes as you were commenting? Do you remember the shooting or anything behind them?
No, I just,
No.
I don't remember much.
They pay
I
you.
just, what?
They pay you well for commenting?
Not much, no.
No.
But it was just a day's work of going and looking at myself.
And talking
Should we
what?
just steal the
Yeah.
DVDs, Norm?
What?
Should we just steal them then?
Yeah. No, well, listen, I'm not going to say straight out on the radio that you should commit a crime. You know.
Want me to say it for you?
What? That you should
just go steal them?
No, I wasn't thinking of that crime.
Oh, just any other crime?
Yeah, listen, man. Are you into bank heists?
No.
Ah, shoot, man. I'm looking for a getaway guy. It's the easiest job in the bank house, in the bank heist.
The wheelman?
Ah, that guy, man, he's the easiest. He just sits in the car while we all have to go into a bank with guns. Guy's just sitting in the car.
Yeah, but he's the guy with the cop is always, tapping on the window going, hey, move it along. This is no parking
that's
zone.
just in movies, man. That's just in movies. In real life, the guy's just parked in front of the ATM, and then you run out. There's gunfire going all around your head, and you can't get the door open. You come on, Frank. And he's like, I told you guys, I'm not good with guns. And you're like, gun it. Hit it.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah, well, like he wouldn't know that. That's his one thing, like, drive
You
fast.
swear you've never had an acid flashback?
No, I've never had it. No, I never took acid. That was just a joke. I never took LSD.
Took it one time.
What happened?
I was at a Paul McCartney concert in Dallas because Paul McCartney just that says acid when you hear Paul McCartney music, like songs like "Let 'Em In," and I was on a bus with the listeners, and this woman walked up to me. She goes, "Stick out your tongue," and I went like this, and she put this piece of paper on my tongue,
without knowing.
and I didn't know anything was going on. And then
Did she tell you?
No, yeah, she right after she put it
So
on
you
my
didn't know
tongue.
you were going. You
she
didn't
goes,
think you were going insane.
You just took acid. Wow. And then later in the tunnel of Texas Stadium, there was a woman holding a box of Starburst, and I also had a box of Starburst. And something in my head told me that those must also be my Starbursts. So I went up to a strange woman and said, "Those are my Starbursts."
Wow.
Like a crazy person. And then it lasted till like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it
and
lasted
wallpaper was running down, and I had to call my
I'll
girlfriend.
be honest with you. I did it one time.
Well, why'd you lie?
Well, because I don't know what people think I did LSD, but I did it one time, and so I laid down on my bed. I was just a young boy, and I looked up, and there was a hanging plant for some reason in my room.
No, there wasn't.
And in the plant came the face of Jesus. The countenance of our Lord and Savior, Jesus, the pale Nazarene, suddenly showed up in my hanging plant. So I was like, oh, man. I was like, well, I'm on LSD. This must be like just a crazy trick of my eye, an optical, thing. And then I thought, wait a minute. What if it's just a coincidence that I'm on LSD and Jesus is showing up? That would be bad luck for me. You know what I mean? I get absolute proof he exists, and then I ignore it, thinking it was the
acid
effects of the acid. So then I'm in a quandary. I'm stuck in a quandary. I don't know if you guys have ever been stuck in a quandary. But
Not while I'm on acid.
So, anyways, my quandary was it fixed itself because suddenly the face of Jesus morphed into the face of Trapper John M.D. You know that guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So then I was like, oh, that's cool.
Which one, though? The one
Pernell
from
Roberts.
MASH?
Yeah,
Or,
Pernell
okay,
Roberts.
the after.
You must have seen it this morning.
I don't think you've ever seen MASH where they go, hey, Trapper John M.D.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
That's that must have freaked you out when our sports guy came in because he's got that white bearded
Oh, yeah, he
look.
looks like Trapper John M.D.
There's your flashback.
It's too weird when they have the character changes, like it's it's Wayne Rogers, and it's another guy, and you're like, what? He looks different. Like I remember one time as a little kid on Bewitched, suddenly Darren looked all different, because it was a different actor.
Right.
But I was just a little kid.
But they were
so I
both
was
named
like,
Dick.
So I was like, yeah.
York and Sargent.
So I was like Dick York and Dick Sargent. But as a child, you see, I didn't know anything about Dick York or Dick Sargent or Elizabeth Montgomery. I thought of Darren Stevens and his wife, Elizabeth Stevens or whatever her name was. Sam Stevens.
Samantha Stevens.
Yes.
So anyways, when I didn't know Dick York or Dick Sargent, all I knew was Darren Stevens. So when he suddenly changed appearance drastically,
yeah,
I thought, what's that Endora up to this time?
Oh, boy.
She was in Citizen Kane?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she was in Citizen Kane. She always played,
Endora.
What about when
And
you
Mrs.
get
Crab.
cast? It's tough when you get cast as an old bag.
Yeah.
And like when you're reading the script, or it even says old bag shows up. You're like, what's this mine? But like they had the show Jake and the Fat Man. So
who was
William Conrad?
William
who was,
Conrad.
he was
Bill
canon.
Conrad.
Yeah, Bill Conrad. Beautiful man, I hear.
Great actor.
But he was canon. He was a big star, big Quinn Martin star.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, he was not a man to be trifled with. So if you're writing a script for somebody to be with, and you go, I would like to, maybe a William Conrad vehicle might propel me. Yeah, you might not want to write. You might not want to title it Jake and the Fat Man. And then say
Norm MacDonald.
Thank you. And welcome. You gotta fucking be exhausted. But welcome to Gotham Comedy Live. This is a show like other shows, except you can be dirty. That's what a guy told me. So fuck that shit, because that's my favorite sentence. 2/3 of it's very dirty, and the other one is not. But you go, fuck that shit. That's why I talk about politics and stuff. People, what do you think of that? Fuck that shit. And then people think I have an opinion, but I don't really. But a guy was just telling me, hey, listen, Bill Cosby, first of all, is my hero ever since I was a kid, because I always wanted to be like him, and I got his albums, tried to emulate him, but I didn't like his stand-up, but I like the way he was as a man. Because this was before, they didn't say he was a rapist on the fucking liner notes of the albums, That's what my buddy said. He said, the worst part about Cosby was he was a hypocrite. And I said, I don't think that was the worst part. To me, the worst part was the raping. Way up high. And then the second would be the drugging. And then the third would be the scheming. But anyways, hypocrisy would be way fucking down the line, like on the 4th page or some shit. Like, I'm no expert, but I think probably most rapists are hypocrites. You know what I mean? You don't meet a lot of guys who go, I like to rape, I don't give a fuck. I know it's not a politically correct thing to say, but I like raping. Go, God damn, at least he's not a hypocrite. That's the worst. That's the worst part of it. But he, imagine you're a girl. Some of you will be easier. No, imagine you're a girl, you're in a gift shop in Vegas or some shit, go, I'm going to buy this snow globe for my, it's the most famous guy ever, Cosby, Cosby's there, and he's like, you want to go to my room? It's the biggest room ever. And so you go, yeah, of course I want to go to your room. Biggest star ever, biggest room ever, what the fuck? You don't even have to be a girl, you fucking go. And then you go up, and then you're like, fuck, look at this. I've never seen... And he's like, you want a glass of water? You go, yes, that would be nice. And then you go, why is it purple? Why is it fizzing? Like in a monster movie. Just drink it. It's famous people water. And you drink it, and everything goes fucking crazy and shit. And they come out of it, they're like, what the fuck? I was just in the gift shop. What's that? Cosby cock? I can swear that's a Cosby cock. That's impossible. A Cosby cock? Why would there be a Cosby cock in my face? Wait a second, I remember. I'll call for help. Hypocrisy! A man committed hypocrisy on me in room 10304-204. There's too many numbers in the hotel room. God damn. Cosby. But when you think about that show, people go hypocrite and shit. But in a way, when you think about the show he had a regular fucking life. But then what was his job? He looked in women's pussies and stuff. And you never saw it. They never showed you that part. So in a way, maybe he wasn't a hypocrite. I don't even know what's wrong with hypocrisy anyways. What's the problem with hypocrisy, you know? People are always against it. Go, you know what I hate worse than anything? Hypocrite. But imagine your life if you weren't a hypocrite, you know what I mean? Like if you had a kid, you go, okay, Billy, you're 7 years old now. You know what I mean? And then you tell them who you really are. That's not a good idea. Yeah, sit down, Billy. I'm going to tell you some evil shit I did. Through most of my life that I've been keeping from you. So Cosby was a hypocrite. But it's like one of those little things. You know when people do like real bad things and then they add on a little thing? It happens a lot in crime and shit. Like I remember, I'm just swearing because I can. Like crime, fuck it, shit. But sometimes a guy will commit a heinous crime, then they'll add like some fucking, like I remember Richard Speck, you know, some of you are old enough to remember this guy. He busted into a house full of nurses, raped and killed 9 nurses. He was charged with 8 counts of rape, 8 counts of murder, 1 count of breaking and entering. So the whole defense became, I tell you, that door was a little bit open. You could have jimmied that open. We're going to take pictures of it and show it to the jury. Blow them up. Then the judge was like, all right, fuck that one. Because judges are wise, like owls. So the judge knows he doesn't want the guy, 8 counts guilty, 8 counts guilty, and on the case of breaking and entering, innocent. And then he's like, hey, what did I tell you, everybody? Waving at people with his orange thing. Hey, a guy told me that, I don't know if you've heard this, Bruce Jenner is going to go back, maybe, to being a man. Did you hear that? That's an odd thing. Because I remember him, of course, as a woman. So it's hard for me to picture what he'd even look like as a man. I remember, because I'm from Canada, so I remember he was in the 72 Olympics, and he won the decathlon, you know, which is the best athlete in the world, was a woman. And we didn't know at the time because he kept it secret. But I remember they put the gold medal around his fucking big juicy tits. And that to me is when he should have just gone, I'm a lady, and then that would have been good for the LGBTG. The community, you know, the community. I don't know if you've been over and seen them and shit, but it's a nice community. And it would have been good. All the LGBTBL. I try to be inclusive of all the letters in the alphabet. But, you know, then he waited. That's the problem. He waited till he was 65. That's when Bruce Jenner decided to tell us he was a lady. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, is there really that much difference between a 65-year-old? At some point, you got to realize you're just some old thing nobody wants to fuck. All right, guys. Don't turn your TV, and we'll be back In a moment. Thanks, guys. You're awesome.
President Trump boasted at a fundraising dinner last night that he made up information in a meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Trump is so bad at lying, he lets the public immediately know he lied. If Trump ever had to take a lie detector test, he'd probably just draw the crazy lines himself. I did not collude with Russia.
Since he announced his candidacy, Donald Trump has been fodder for late-night hosts, and throughout his presidency, they found new material in his policy and speeches and all those tweets. Riffing off Trump has become a ratings bonanza, and some are hitting the president pretty hard, infusing their satire with objection and analysis. But is there comedy in today's politics? Joining me now from Santa Monica, California, NORM MACDONALD. Now, full disclosure, we've shared many off-camera laughs. He's my brother-in-law. So, hello, Norm. Welcome to Question Period.
Oh, it's great to be here, Joyce, and it's kind of unreal that you're hosting Question Period, but because I remember it as a child with Bruce Phillips.
So you know the show?
Sure, yeah. I know Question Period, W5, all the shows.
When Bruce Phillips hosted Trudeau's father was prime minister, and today it's his son who's running the political show here. Do you think Justin Trudeau is funny?
I don't follow it that closely, but I don't think he's funny. Not like his father was funny. I don't think from just my cursory knowledge and watching of Justin on my prime minister, I shouldn't call him Justin, of prime minister on YouTube, that he seems not to have inherited his father's flinty intellect.
You met Donald Trump when he was on The Tonight Show on Jimmy Fallon's show. Now, tell us about that encounter you had with Donald Trump.
Well, I'd met Donald Trump many times in New York City, just because when I was doing Saturday Night Live, he was a fixture in New York City, and he'd come to a lot of the shows, and he was just a local eccentric, that people mostly loved in New York because he fixed the rink in Central Park when the city couldn't. But no, when I was on Jimmy Fallon, that's when Jimmy Fallon tousled his hair and got in trouble for it, and I was the other guest. So I was just out in the hallway, and I said, Donald, can I have a picture? You could call him Donald then. I guess you can still call him Donald. We don't have to call him President, apparently. But I said, can I get a picture with you? And he said, yeah, absolutely, sure, Norm. And then he walked down the hall and got in the elevator with the Secret Service guys. So, but he was just doing it as a joke. A lot of times, the problem with candidates that, or political candidates that do comedy is obviously comedy doesn't translate well to the page sometimes. Sarcasm is lost, obviously, and things like that. So if someone says something that's meant self-disparagingly or satirically, and you want to take it out of context, you can. And that happened a lot of times with Trump on the campaign trail.
But he's being caricatured on Saturday Night Live, like quite mercilessly by Alec Baldwin. Like, is it funny to you? Is that funny?
No. The only reason I don't find it funny, when I was there, Darrell Hammond did Donald Trump, and that shows how far back Trump goes, because that was 20 years ago. But Darrell did him then. It was a softer Trump. I think it was a Trump that was a lot closer to his real self. But if you do an impression of someone, you have to like that person, because you're playing the person, and people like themselves. So you can't play someone and have contempt for them at the same time. You know, it doesn't work as an impression. So I don't like his impression, and I have no political affiliation. I just mean from a comedy level.
Where is the funny in Donald Trump? Because he does think he's funny, right?
Yes, but other people think he's funny too. I attended one of his just to see, you know, because I wanted to see it for myself. His performances in front of these grand halls, and he's enormously funny and entertaining. And I don't know that there's normally with politicians. You know, it takes, you need to be humble, you know, to be really funny. And I think that's why Ronald Reagan was the funniest president that I ever saw, because he always had this humility to him. I was kind of lost with President Obama because people told me he was funny, but to me he was too self-aware. And of course Hillary couldn't have been more strident, you know. And I think people don't vote on issues as much as they just vote on who they'd like that old saw about who you'd rather have a beer with, you know. And nobody wanted to have a beer with Hillary Clinton, you know.
You say that he has to be, that one person has to be humble to be funny, but I don't think Donald Trump is very humble, is he?
No, there's no humility to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is more funny in the way that a WWE wrestler is, you know. So he is a different kind of funny, which is a sort of a self-deluded, I don't know if it's self-delusion though. I don't know if it's all, I think it's just all an act. I don't think really that Trump ever wanted to be president. I think that he was always just playing to be president of whatever that hall he was playing in was, you know. And I've seen this happen with comedians too, that you start thinking you're good because the people that come to see you all like you, you know. But the reason they came to see you is because they like you. So politicians and comedians both make that mistake of thinking they're much better than they are because they're never criticized by the people that don't like them. That's why social media is so good, because you can see the people that don't like you at all.
I listened to an interview you gave Larry King, and you said the ruin of Donald Trump will be his addiction to playing the halls, right? So he's a great performer. He just wanted to be you, like he wanted to be a stand-up comedian, and he just accidentally became a president?
My guess would be that his plan was to make a big splash, lose, oh, that's not good. What should we do now, Joyce?
Just don't answer, okay? If it's possible.
No, I won't answer.
Yeah.
So should I start answering that question again?
Sure.
Yeah, I think him becoming president surprised him. I think, you know, it's funny that people don't remember, but back in the debates, there was a big issue with Donald Trump saying if he lost, it meant the election. God, are you kidding me? I know, I did. Oh, 1 second. Hello? Yes. Oh, I gotta call you back. I'm on the TV, man. Yeah, I'm on the TV right now. Oh my God. Oh, but I'll call you right back. Sorry.
Okay, I'm not going to ask you
turn
the
the
question
sound down.
again.
I feel that Trump, personally, I feel that he didn't think he was going to become president. And interestingly, the thing that people don't remember was that, but I remember, was that during the debates, there was all this talk of Donald Trump saying, if he loses, it means the election is rigged. And all the media were saying, no, that's impossible. You know, take that back. You cannot say that about the American Republic. No election here could ever be rigged. That's impossible. And of course now they're saying the exact opposite. But I think it was Trump's idea at that point that he would say it was going to be rigged, thinking he thought Hillary was going to win, I think. And then he would start a network or something like that where he could speak and be the loyal opposition of his own, you know, something something different than Fox.
Let me ask you this. So your Bob Dole imitation was pretty famous back in the day. So would you do Donald Trump today? Would you do a Donald Trump imitation?
I try to not do comedy about Donald Trump because I think I had one joke about Donald Trump that I ever did where I said that Americans hated Hillary Clinton so much that they voted for someone they hated more than Hillary Clinton to rub it in. And that's the only time I ever made a joke about Trump. But I try to stay away from it because it's just, it's low-hanging fruit, and also, Trump oftentimes is doing self-parody, and nothing looks dumber than if you parody self-parody. You really get caught not understanding.
So comedy in the time of Trump, is it more difficult than it was when you were on Saturday Night Live?
It's more difficult in the time of Trump for good comedians, and it's way easier for bad comedians. You don't have a worldview by just saying you don't like Trump. You know what I mean? That doesn't count. Like you can't just say I hate Trump, and that makes you a good person. And the Democrats just can't say I hate Trump, and that means they have a position. That's no position. So for idiots, it's an easier time because you go, well, that guy's the idiot, not me. But if you try to do smart comedy, it's better to stay away from Trump.
Norm MacDonald, thanks so much for being with us today, for spending this time with us. It was great. Great to see you.
Great to see you. I love you, Joyce.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
It's the breakup that's been breaking the internet. After nearly a decade as Hollywood's hottest couple, Steve, look away, Brangelina is no more. But as quickly as news of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's breakup spread across the globe, so have rumors that Brad is furious with his soon-to-be ex-wife, warning that she has unleashed hell. This, according to TMZ. Pitt is accusing Jolie of putting their kids in danger for going public with the split and attracting a whirlwind of paparazzi. Until this time, there was no paparazzi around them. He's also now fighting to keep her from getting sole custody of all 6 children. Rumors are also swirling about Brad's alleged drug abuse, even accusations he's having an affair with his allied co-star. Her name is Marion Cotillard? Cotillard, yeah, that's her. You know her, but the couple's still saying...
It's actually not her.
Oh, it's not
That's
her?
Angelina.
But it's saying the split is in the best interest of the kids. I cannot believe how long that story was. That was the longest story of the day.
And listening was actor, author, and former Saturday Night Live cast member Norm MacDonald. Norm, if you were doing Weekend Update this weekend, how would you do the Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt story?
Carefully.
I do it like just the fact that he says he's going to unleash hell. It sounds like Tombstone or something. You know what I mean?
It does sound like a movie script, right?
Unleash
It sounds like
hell. But what makes me happy is now, Brad is available finally.
He is out there, and you know what? Are you shocked that he's going through a midlife crisis?
What?
How could he have a midlife crisis? Everything's worked out great for him, hasn't it?
Good Lord, he's one of the most handsome men.
Famous.
Yeah, he's a
Don't
hot,
you love
he's
him?
a
Not a
hot-
good argument
he's a
for him.
hot piece
Don't
of
you? Oh.
Tail.
That's
Is it all right to say tail?
It's a morning show.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure.
morning show. We
Ed,
have
is it
kids
all right to
watching.
use tail? He's
Tail?
behind camera 3. Ed.
But don't you love that Brian asked, are you shocked? I mean, this was the cover of the Post.
Who is this?
This is his ex-wife.
Oh,
he did that to her.
That's Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, he did
Come
that
on.
to Jennifer.
What do you mean, he broke her?
He had an affair allegedly with Angelina,
with
on a movie
Angelina.
set, and now he's doing it again with his allied.
Oh my God, this guy unleashes hell.
So Norm MacDonald wrote this book. It's based on a true story, which is the name of the book. It's your memoir.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yes, sir.
I fully support it. It's
You
a
do?
great book.
Oh, thank you.
It's your journey to Vegas.
It is a great book. You're right.
And it's your life.
It's my life. Yeah.
How did you wind
I decided
up?
to make my autobiography about my life.
Well,
that's smart.
That's a
yeah,
good
just
idea.
in case. Just
How did you? You didn't start off so well. You
know, I said before the show, I said, I'm so, you must be so proud of your brother. It turns out it's your son.
Yeah, thank you very much. You do see, and, you're not the only one. A lot of people think Peter is my brother.
Yeah, because you look so youthful.
Well, thank you very much. Anyway, what I was going to say was the fact that once upon a time you were on Star Search.
Oh, yeah.
And that was going to be the big launch pad, but that was a disaster.
Didn't work out. Didn't work out.
You lost to some
I
guy.
lost to the Bushman.
Right.
It was called International Star Search. And so, it was a bunch of foreigners, which I am.
Canada.
Yes.
Canadian.
But Canada is the least international of all countries.
We accept you as
Wait, who was the Bushman?
The Bushman was from Liberia. Although
And he was funnier than you.
Oh, yeah. And he wore a tribal, hat and a long robe. Later, I found out he was from Seattle. But yeah,
Ed McMahon had it in for you.
He crushed me. Ed McMahon, I looked over at him at one point, and he was glaring at me. And I was like, this guy laughs at everything all the time.
He just laughed. Your agent said to you after you got off, it's like, you got no laughs. Said, don't worry, they don't laugh at this show. But you go, they do laugh at the show. They just weren't laughing at you.
Yeah, he said that. He said they don't laugh, they sweeten it. And then the Bushman came out, said one joke, they laughed for 2 minutes. He left, and then my agent ran after the Bushman with his business card.
Brian, did you know this? He was telling Steve, I think you were over there when he was talking to us earlier. We were asking him about when he found out he got the job at Saturday Night Live. And I said, what was your reaction? Because that has to be like the creme de la creme if you're a comedian. Right. Tell Brian what happened.
I didn't know. I was given the job over the phone. I was working on the Roseanne program.
Yes.
So I went to Roseanne and I said, please let me leave, so I can be on Saturday Night Live. Right. And so she let me, and then I came to New York. I moved out of my apartment, went to New York. And then they said, well, you meet with Lauren this afternoon? And I'm like, why? For the job interview.
And he told you to do a bunch of characters. You didn't have any characters.
I didn't have any. He said, you do 2 characters and 2 impressions. So the only impressions I had were I could do Jimmy Cagney and...
Everybody can do Jimmy Cagney.
I could do basically anyone.
You dirty rat.
Anyone Rich Little could do.
Right, yeah.
I could do.
Right.
So how did you get the job?
Just.
You're not going to say this, how you did it, are you?
No.
Don't say it.
Yeah. No, but what it really was I remembered Lorne from Canada, where he was a performer. When I was a little boy, he was the.
He loved
he had a show on the television in Canada, Canadian television.
Right.
So
you guys had television.
I remember. Yeah, we have television. We have television in Canada.
I heard.
So Lauren was the star of the show. So I remembered that, and I remembered specific sketches that he was in and stuff. Like that. So he liked that a lot.
That was a smart
You were
thing
also
to
the
do.
host of Celebrity Jeopardy. You were fantastic.
I wasn't the host.
You were Burt Reynolds.
Alex Trebek.
You were Burt Reynolds. Watch.
Go.
The answer is John Travolta learned how to dance for this 1977 hit movie. Mr. Connery.
That would be Jaws.
No. Jaws is incorrect. And please answer in the form of a question. Burt Reynolds.
What is Jaws?
This December 25th holiday involves decorating a tree and opening presents. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, when's my birthday?
That's a good Burt Reynolds.
That's Burt Reynolds. Yeah, it's funny because when Lauren picks out all the things, so I wanted to be Burt Reynolds, so I wrote that sketch. So then he had a gray wig for me, and a gray beard, and I was like, no, Lauren, I want to be Burt Reynolds from the 1970s.
Of course.
And then nobody ever mentioned it, and all the time it ran. But my character was from the 70s. Everybody else was from modern time.
You just blew open a scandal on SNL.
Yeah.
Norm MacDonald wrote a book. It's based on.
It's called Based on a True Story, a Memoir. I'm just trying to make your job easier.
It is. You made it a lot easier.
Based on a True Story, a Memoir by Norm MacDonald.
We got it free, but he wants you to pay. Norm, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Congratulations on
everything. Nice to meet you, Brian. Ainsley, nice to meet you. Stephen, nice to meet you.
I'll tell my brother you said hi. All right, meanwhile, straight ahead, as we continue the TV news show, we're just days away from seeing Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton face off on the debate stage for the first time. So how are they preparing? We're live on the campaign trail. Coming up next. In a four-way race, this is nationwide, Hillary Clinton, 42, Donald Trump, about 38. You got Gary Johnson at almost 9 and Jill Stein at about 4. So who are they drawing voters from? Trump or Clinton?
So it might surprise you. It's actually kind of complicated. Here's why. Okay. First, let's look at Gary Johnson supporters. So Gary Johnson supporters are actually
Gary Johnson's got 7.
Something that I think is very important to keep in mind here is we want to take several polls conducted over the course of a week, maybe 2 weeks, to really be able to establish a trend. And what we're seeing in North Carolina is not much movement at all. Hillary Clinton continues to lead Trump, and it's not really changing. And this is actually a big problem for Trump because Romney won the state of North Carolina. It should not be as tight as it is. Now, Trump is gaining in the state of Arizona. That we do see movement. But again, Romney won the state of Arizona by 9 points in 2012.
Okay, let's take a look at the great state of Florida that's going to have a rainy weekend, I believe, with the tropical storm down there. I've seen a couple of polls, and this one's from Florida Atlantic University. I've seen a couple of polls in the last couple of days where he is just slightly ahead of her, but it's still within the margin of error.
So if you aggregate a bunch of polls together conducted over the past couple of weeks, Hillary Clinton is still leading in Florida, but her post-convention bounce may be fading just a little bit. Florida is winnable for Trump. So he really needs to be spending time in Florida and Ohio, not spending so much time in Mississippi and Texas.
All right, interesting stuff.
And I watch SportsCenter while I'm digesting my Count Chocula, and I phone my friend, Fat Freddy. And I go, hey, you want to eat a cheese sandwich or something around 3 o'clock? I got to wait for my Count Chocula to digest, but how'd that settle with you? He goes, yeah, great. So I get together with him, and on my way I get some groceries to bring home for later, and then of course there's dinner, you know. So most of my life is finding and consuming food. So it doesn't make for a riveting read. It's incredibly repetitious. When you're writing, you learn a lot of that. I went to a guy who was a big writer guy. He told me about things I didn't know about. Metaphors, you ever hear of them? He said, you got to use metaphors. I'm like, what's that? He's like, that's a thing. So a metaphor is like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So he's like, that means you can take a person, you know, and you can give him all the information and everything, but he still has to be the one to absorb it himself. So I was like, well, why the fuck didn't you just say that? Like, what? Why do you have to put a horse into it? Like, what? You thought I was so stupid you needed to make it into some fable? Like, what? A horse? Or sometimes the metaphor part of it is true, but then the literal part is not true. Like they'll go like, that which does not kill you makes you stronger, right? Now, metaphorically, that's true. Like maybe a woman breaks your heart, you know, or life deals you a bad hand. And then the next time you're prepared for it and it doesn't hurt you as much. But literally, it's not true at all. Literally, it's that which does not kill you makes you weaker. And will probably kill you the next time it shows up. That's why I like, personally, I like the ones where the metaphor is true and the literal part is true. Like, they say like beauty is only skin deep. I think that's beautiful because it is like, you know, really what makes a person attractive is what's inside, their friendship, their conviviality, their goodwill, not this optic trick, you know? And so it has that. But also literally it's true because you could be, you know, the handsomest guy in the world, you know? You'd have like this chiseled jaw and beautiful thick mane of a hair, you know? Large shoulders and narrow waist. You guys horny? Is it just me or? Giant quads, a perfect body, 6% body fat, you know? But
you take that same guy and you skin him. All of a sudden, he is not so easy on the eye. Getting old, you know. I asked my doctor, this is interesting, because I wondered, you know, I know the first two causes of death, heart disease and cancer, neck and neck, you know, to kill you. So I said to the doctor, I said, what's the third most common cause of death? What is the third? And he said, complications. I was like, that's like the doctor fucking up. Like, how is that the third? That's the third? You know, you go, hey, Doc, I can't help but noticing my father is dead. And I remember yesterday you said it was a simple operation. And he's like, yeah, we thought it was. It looks simple in the book, I'll tell you that. But you cut open a man, by God, it's all this red stringy stuff and everything. Are you a doctor? You go, no, you wouldn't have. Way too complicated for you. But you worry when you get old, you know? You're concerned, scared. I remember my grandmother, you know, she was like, I think she was like 85 at the time or something. And I looked at her, she was sitting on a chair, I said, hey, Grandma, she had a bruise, right? And I went from her wrist all the way up her arm right to her shoulder, a big bruise, purple, green, and yellow. A third of each. And I said, Grandma, where did you get that bruise? And then my grandmother said, the wind. It's like, the wind? And she said, yes, do you remember that gentle breeze yesterday? I was like, yeah, I remember. My parents were teachers, which is a noble profession, everyone says. They're fine people, but you know what's weird? They all say teachers are the real heroes. My folks, not heroic at all. And as a matter of fact, I have never met a teacher that showed any heroism. And I've known a lot of teachers because I was a student for years and years. And never once did I go, hey, Barney, man, I was just looking at old man Abernathy, you know, the way he's erasing that chalk on the chalkboard, where he put the chalk earlier. And I was thinking, he cuts a heroic figure, doesn't he? No, me neither. I didn't think that either. I just heard that somewhere. And it's not that hard a job when you think about it, you know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty good job. If you have a job where you go to work, like grade 3, you go to work, and you're 50 times bigger than everybody else that you work with, that's a pretty good job. Plus, they do all the work. You do nothing. That's... How about the students? How about giving some of them the heroism, you know, the 5-year-olds that are working for free. And what do you need, really, to be a teacher anyway? What's the, you know, qualifications? Let's say you're teaching a 3rd grade. What do you need? A 4th grade education. Really, anything above that, you're overqualified, really, you know? I don't like school. I like before school. Man, do you remember that? Before you had to go to school. Man, that was the greatest time ever. I'll never forget. Those were my finest days, man. I loved them so much. I remember, like, I'd go over to Sean Kay's house, and I'd have a stick, and that'd be the whole day. I go, Sean, I got a stick. He'd go, God damn, we go play.
was so much fun. And then one day, suddenly I'm in school. They're dragging me in. I remember there were tears, and I'm like, what the fuck? And there were these windows that made even, you'd look out the window, and sometimes you'd see the stick, you know? And you go, God damn, do these people's cruelty know no offense? Nowadays, you know, they have the ADD and stuff like that. If a kid's in class, he's like, hey, I'd like to go out. They go, we're going to drug you. Then you won't want to get out and run around in the grass and have fun with the stick. You'll be fine. You'll be good. But anyways, I'm old now, you know. I was young. Now I'm old. Yep. I learned some things in school. But now that I'm old, things scare me, you know, and I think it's the media does it. Like, they go, North Korea, you know, and I don't know, it kind of scares. It doesn't scare me that much, but it's supposed to scare you. But, like, are you really scared? Have you ever woken up, go, ah, and your wife's like, what's the matter, honey? North Korea. A little tiny country way the fuck over somewhere. I'm scared, honey, I'm scared. I'll tell you, Iraq doesn't scare me, North Korea, none of those countries scare me. There's only one country, really, that scares me in the whole country, or in the whole, what do you call that's bigger than a country but less than a galaxy? Earth. The entire Earth, there's only one country that frightens me, and it's the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are students of history or not, but for those of you who aren't, Germany, in the previous century, of the early part, they decided to go to war. And who did they choose to go to war with? The world. So you think that would last about 5 seconds and the world would fucking win, and, you know, that'd be that. But I think it was actually close. And then, I don't know how that worked, but then 30 years pass, and Germany decides to go to war again. And once again, they choose as their foe the world. And now, this time, they really almost win. So at this point, you would think the world would go, okay, Germany, you're fucking not a country anymore, all right? The fuck? You're not a country because you keep going to war with the world, and no one does. What do you think you are, Mars? Think you're Mars or something? But it's fun to get old, you know? Start watching old things. You know those commercials that are toward old people? You know, like I was watching, for instance, on MeTV, I was watching The $6 Million Man, right? And he was in Paris, he was jumping over the Arc de Triomphe and everything like that. And then, just by luck or coincidence, they went to a commercial, and it was a commercial starring Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man, but as he is today, like an old man. So he's jumping over, and it was for the bionic ear. And it wasn't the real bionic ear from the show, it was a fucking hearing aid. So you see him jumping over the Arc de Triomphe, and then it cuts, and then he's in a studio, and he's like, I can't hear too good out of it. This one's no good at all. This one's all right. This one may as well not even be an ear. And you go, God damn, you can't help but feel sorry for a man like that. Because, you know, at one time, he got a phone call from his agent, you know? And he probably had all kinds of hope, you know? His answer is, hey, Jerome, my God, I haven't heard from you in 30 years. You got something for me? Well, let me guess. I bet I know what it is. It's that movie I wrote, The Return of the $6 Million Man.
starring Ben Stiller. And then I show up as a judge for 2 minutes. Is that the one? No. Well, what is it then? No, not out of this one. Nope. Well, what was that? That's a hearing aid? Well, how much does something like that pay a fellow? It's funny you say that, Jerome, because when you say it, I realize that's only 1/10 what I used to get from a single episode of, no, I won't stop, sorry. When do they have to know by? Within the hour, huh? Well, I guess then I would say, yes, I'll take that. Jerome, I have to ask you this. Is there any way in the contract that you can put in that I'm sad?
And to hear from people who've obviously been through some degree of similar thing, it must be very reassuring.
Norm was cool. Talking to Norm MacDonald was fucking sick. I was so excited about that. Especially just him. It was exactly what you'd think it'd be. It was literally just, I was walking around in my backyard, him just mumbling for an hour and a half, just like, there's now. Yeah, it was great.
Norm used to do a lot of jokes about that, going back in time to kill Hitler.
Yeah,
but he said like he just thinks he would go back and he would be converted. He would just fall into the gaze of his dark black eyes.
Dude, the fucking 420 is one of my favorite comedy clips.
We came up with that on the way to the studio.
It's
we were just
so
like,
good.
I was like,
dude, you know what I'm talking about? It's 420 on their podcast, him and Norm's podcast.
We were,
and Norm's like, look, he's like 420, and he's like, you're saying it's about smoking weed. He goes to the Wikipedia and he's like, oh, look at that. It was a statesman from Austria.
Yeah, I remember.
And then he starts reading about it. And then he's like, he did this.
Odd-looking duck.
Odd-looking duck, but he has black eyes. Yeah. And then he goes, oh, hold the fort. Hated Jews.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
How was it? All right, you cracked the Norm thing. I'm not. How was it? You brought him up. I wasn't going to.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
How funny was it? The 9/11 Airlines.
Oh my God!
How'd you sit through this? How do you do this? 9/11 Airlines. He's like, I looked at. I was drudging through blood and bones in Manhattan to find my brother. It turns out he was in Northern Canada. 9/11 Airlines reminds me of that tragedy. You know what the #1 worst airline was? 9/11 Airlines. It reminds me of that tragedy. Dude.
Is that when we just started, when we looked at each other and just started laughing?
Yeah, everyone was just like, what the fuck?
I remember like when in my hardcore like atheism days, I would be like, I would never. They always talk about people like deathbed confessions.
Oh,
like,
you're gonna be begging,
dude.
You're gonna be begging,
crying like a bitch. Yeah.
It's like my favorite Norm. Just being a coward at death, like death coming to me and be like, "No, take my grandson instead, not me,
dude."
My girlfriend called me crying 2 days ago.
What were you crying
Norm.
about?
Oh, I was
cried at
watching
Norm.
I was watching. I tossed on his last Letterman. And she was in the other room and just heard me like, like doing that, and she came out and I was like, fine.
Yeah,
fine. Yeah, Norm got me.
That was I
love
cried.
that guy.
Oh,
he reached out when I was getting canceled a lot.
Really?
Yeah, and he said some really cool things. I'll share them with you after. He's the best. All right, he loved comedy, and he
was
loved
the purest. He was the purest comic,
and he fucking hated this fucking woke shit.
Yeah,
he hated it. So it's seeing all these people like tweet about him, like, oh, I loved Norm and all this. Like, just know he fucking despised what you do. In my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I think,
what do I know? No. Also, it's like I felt I just posted one of his jokes, but like I didn't want to post like I loved you or something like that. Like, because who the fuck am I? Like, I need to come out and be like,
yeah,
that
you have a Norm.
It was just he reached out. He was a big when people were going through it. Norm was one of the guys that would always reach out, and yeah, that was it. Just reached out. He sent me some cool stuff about like funny will win.
Yeah,
that was the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
he was
amazing.
like, "There's a war right." I don't want to spill the beans on a nice thing, but it was like
you guys had a private thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
But
and
he
it
was
ended,
very supportive when you were going
he
through your
spoke
stuff.
like poetically.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And it ended, one of the messages ended with like, in a war for comedy, I think the ones with jokes will win. I was just like, yo.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Norm MacDonald is king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
amazing.
in no way has to do that.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
To reach out, especially at that time, I thought was really cool.
It was 2 years ago. I mean, I was with Adam Egget most of the time in Austin. The guy, you know Adam?
Yeah. From the store, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So me and Adam went to the Cowboys-Eagles game, and we were hanging out, and the whole time, because he was best friends with Norm.
Yeah.
So he was like
Yeah.
going through it, but he went through it the same way as like we just talked like Norm the whole time. Like the whole game, we were like, you must have. Yeah, you got hit pretty hard. You know what's worse than getting hit like that? Blood cancer. It's no good, that blood cancer. Just like that the whole time. It was great. I hope that wasn't sharing too much for Adam.
Nah.
But it was fun. Norm's the best.
Yeah.
Well, it was, but he died of fucking... Oh, right. I forgot he fucking vanished.
Yeah.
Norm.
Yeah.
Classic.
Nah.
It certainly helped. I didn't get pet. They weren't like, oh, nice, you got cancer. In fact, it definitely kept them... They chilled on me for like a year or two. I just got past it.
Oh, wow. Congrats, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Was there anybody that reached out to you kind of that you were surprised by that was like trying to be supportive?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
There's a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Every yeah.
A lot of people did.
Norm MacDonald was a cool one.
Really?
Yeah, that was a cool one. I talked to him for like an hour.
No.
On the phone, yeah.
Wow.
It was crazy. Yeah,
What
he's
did he
the best.
say?
He's another guy that's exactly who you think he is, you know?
Yeah.
He was just like, I don't know. I don't want to put out the private stuff, but yeah, he was awesome. All that stuff was cool. There was cool stuff. Cool stuff happened, but it was very surreal. Like I'd get off, I'd be like, holy shit, that's like top 5 for me, favorite comedians of all time. I was just walking around my backyard talking to them, and then I'd come back inside to my shitty apartment with my roommates, with my 35-year-old male roommates, and I sit back down, turn the news on, and it's like, piece of shit, Shane Gillis was fired, bro. What a terrible person he is. There's one thing I want to say before I get out of here, and this is a dumb joke. You guys aren't going to like it, but it's just a Norm MacDonald joke that I loved when he hosted the ESPYs, and I'm going to do it now. Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy this year. He's the first defensive player since Charles Woodson to win the Heisman. Congratulations, Travis Hunter, winning the Heisman. That's something they can never take away from you, unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case they can take that away from you. Well, see, a lot of you don't like me, and that's okay.
And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. Folks, before we can begin handing out our awards tonight, we must look